Here you are.
All right. Boy, I had to go live so that Robert would stop whacking me. High caffeinated, high Voltrum. Nice.
Oh, brother. I'm like a quarter of a hit point each time. That's nothing.
Will you stop it? Or are you?
It's like we only saw you guys a couple minutes ago. You don't want to start that, Doc.
Last time I whooped you.
You hit me, I hit you back.
You will, huh?
Yep. I told you.
Okay. So much for a great beginning. 0 days since last incident now. Thanks to you.
Covering you with...
excuse me. Please.
And you decided to pull out your...
Put the pulse novelist away. It's time to play. Hi, Adam. Good to see you. Good. Sadly, I'm the IT guy. I've been there, done that one. That's so you get pulled everywhere. Moving to a new office. Oh, that's got to be so painful. Thanks for the congrats there, Mr. J. Rao. Okay.
Oh boy.
Beginning to look a lot like Disinheritance everywhere you go. Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to say it.
That's interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have 21 people behind the scenes there. A few of them have said hi. That's good. So what we want to do today is literally we're going to open the Milestone nuclear power, and so I need to grab 150 more of those. Need 200 of those. Let's see if we actually have cable. We have 1,000 cable in the dimensional depot, Robert.
Good. That's been an issue for a long time.
It has. Okay, so now I've got 1,000 cable pulled in through here. And let's see how fast concrete. And can you pull the entire 2,500 at once by using control? I don't know.
Not with your inventory.
Nope. You're right. That was my inventory. So I got to go dump off some of this stuff here.
Yeah.
Let's go and dump off that, and that. Well, looks like I had 2,000 in my inventory. Okay. Very good. So now I just need to find where the computers are. Let's see. Do we have computers in the dimensional depot already? Oh, come on.
Caffeinated asks a very valid question.
Yeah. Photo mode. Oh, what did I do?
You pressed P on accident.
Yes, I did. I typed computer without putting my cursor up here. I mean, like I'm programmers getting in the way all the time.
Kevin asked, Doc, be honest, did you sleep in your Santa hat?
No, I didn't. We are ready to unlock. Red button. Yay. Boom.
Milestone reached. The nuclear power plant produces dangerous radioactive nuclear waste. Fixit reminds you that any extra limbs resulting from exposure to radiation are also contracted to work on project
Hey,
assembly.
Doc, I don't think your ears are.
Fixit also
I
reminds
think
you
you're
that
still on
local
speaker.
exposure to radiation will not
No.
result in any bonuses regardless of how many functional limbs it produces.
Oh, okay.
Project part number 7, the magnetic field generator, should enter production as soon as possible. Any unnecessary delays will be noted.
So project part 7. Which part did she say? What's part 7? The field magnetic field generator
Yeah, I think that's the second part over in the
Okay.
in the phase 4.
Should begin without delay, she says. Any delay means that on my annual assessment, I'll get graded down. No. Okay. Don't worry, my computer has a handle since it's a think station.
Oof.
It's only maybe 100. I mean, does that mean years old? That's for recycling. Oh, nuclear. We don't need that yet. Okay. Very, very good. Okay. What's next on our list? We got to do some Fixmas. So we got to go open the Advent calendar here. I don't know. They just call it the calendar, but okay, I've got to search for number. Is it 8? No, it's 10. We're looking for number 10. I've found number 10 before. Get distracted with all the ones that are lit up that we found already. Found 12, found 18, 24, 23. I know where 25 is. 13 is over here. 14. Come on, where's 10? Where's 10? Where's 10?
You need to take off your camera a little bit so you can look behind you.
Okay, so I can look behind me. Does that mean it's a clue that's up here?
No, just saying, when you're on the screen you could see.
And of course, you've probably already found it. You're just snickering over there again. There it is. Right there.
No, actually.
I get a new Fixmas hat. Woohoo!
Oh, I gotta come down and grab that.
By equipping this new hat at the lockers in the hub, you can finally turn your mental state into a fashion statement.
Take it.
Okay, yeah. I have to go get that.
Yeah, Adam, I think Doc got it right as you were saying that. Or at least right as we got your message.
Yeah, right. And it's being recorded. That's crazy. Okay, how do you get out of this menu?
E.
Close. There it is. Clear down there. Oh. We got pretty Christmas blankets on our beds, too. Did you notice that?
Nice.
Glad to see that you made your bed this morning.
Oops.
That you did make your bed. I didn't say not.
Yeah, but sure.
Okay, sure. Spoilers. Okay, left of the star, close. Yeah, I got it probably just as you said that, because I didn't even notice. All right. The next thing on our list is to continue doing Fixmas, which we've got a factory out there that is almost... Okay, I'm going to steal this one. Or why it wouldn't go forward.
Yeah, that was bugged out on my screen.
Okay.
Funny enough.
Well, it
I want to
wouldn't
see
go...
what it looked like on yours.
Yeah, it let it go.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, it hit that one hit an unusual bump. Passing lane.
I'm updating.
Then I ended up behind another one. Doggone it.
I'm updating the signage in your factory, though.
You are, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Qualicum says you're the king of the world and you're still stuck in traffic.
Yeah. All right, we were here. Let's see, where did we stop yesterday? We had gotten to the point of making, gold and silver balls. Obviously, we're making these as well. And they're overloaded because these are slow. That's fine, which means we can take from here and there and go straight up and take the balls up to make the second part. Robert, what were we going to do here? Do you remember where we were at? We were going to take it to the second floor, I believe, and...
Well, we haven't made the clusters of whatever.
Right, and I suspect that the clusters mean you've got to take one of each of the balls up there to, make some. To make them. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't, do you?
Not entirely.
I assume that we've got to take one of each of the 4 balls and go to the second floor because we're running out of space here on the first floor, and then put them in a manufacturer or something. I don't know. How do you make them?
Clusters. Probably. I don't know. I don't think they tell us specifically. I think you have to experiment to figure it out.
Well, I'm going to go experiment, but you haven't provided any way to get up there.
Maybe that's yeah. How about you put it there? My job is to make sure the factory's nice and shiny.
Ooh. Too bad we can't put an elevator in this space,
Yeah, that would be cool.
A freight elevator? They didn't give us one of those. Okay.
Time to pull out the breadstone.
Yeah, no kidding.
Sorry, wrong game.
Wrong game. Alrighty. Let's do catwalk stairs. Let's start them right. We want to go against a wall. They want to go under the floor if I put them there. So they want to go against a floor. And they go up 4 meters at a time, looks like. Oh, they could... Yeah. I'm going to go up 4 meters at a time, and when I do that, it comes to half a block. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a... That was right. Those up.
Oh, what did you get for the calendar today? I didn't even pay attention.
The hat.
Oh, that's right, the hat. Of course I paid attention. See?
Yeah, you paid attention. You just have a poor memory.
Caffeine did say you can use a scroll wheel to make them snap a little bit differently to the floor if it's not going the right direction.
Okay. All right. There we go. Now we're good.
Excuse me. I'm so good at this game that yesterday I built all those extra computer lines. I never built an output for them.
Never built an out? Well, that works really well,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't work so well. Okay. Need to level off one level below this. Yeah, let's just put that there. And then
Yeah, that's going pretty good.
yeah, that worked.
Oh,
And so, you know, it's nice. Oh, this actually looks official. You know, like I might even know what I'm doing.
oh, that's a bonus.
Yeah. Just have to have the right flooring here. See how nice and neat that looks? Yeah. It even had railings, so I won't fall off. All right, so to be in this
Famous last words.
famous last words. Okay. If that's what you think of me, that's fine.
Doc, you yesterday you drove off of a 4-platform wide road on multiple occasions.
Okay, and the point?
You're just
Are you calling me reckless?
Grumble Volcano says, "Hey, I love your shorts. Helped me a lot and don't have to scrub through 40 minutes of YouTube guides that other creators have."
Cool. Quick and succinct. Yeah, we have a lot of people that search and find the shorts. So they're searching for specific topics and they find the shorts. So yeah, I was kind of tickled by that because about a third of our views on shorts come from the search YouTube search. So that's that's pretty cool. Okay, logistics. I want to put down a conveyor port, whole port, right there, and right there, and right there, and lift there, in that direction. And I don't have those equally spaced. Yes, I do. Yeah, they're cool. All right. Back in. I missed a railing number.
Of course you did.
Safety first.
Sure. It's Santa's workshop. He has plenty of elves. They'll be fine. Yeah, Captain Edit says that first landing is an OSHA violation. Missing a railing.
All right. And those modern railings match the railings on the on those. That's nice. Oop. You're right. It's missing.
You know, Doc, I know we aren't even done with this playthrough, but I'm still keeping catalog in my mind of things I want to do differently with the next factory.
Okay.
Just where you want to have spaces. Like, what one big issue here is, in order to get up and down floors, either I have to delete a floor panel and put it right back afterwards, which I don't like doing, because I forget. Or I have to run all the way to the end of the factory, which I also don't like doing, because it's just wasting time.
Yes. So you're thinking greater reentry. Okay, cool.
yeah, I'm just always thinking about, okay, well, next time we need to have places for us to travel up and down every so often as well.
Uh-huh.
You know. A people-friendly design.
Yes, a people-friendly design.
The 2012 Whisper says, I love Satisfactory and adore Fixmas, but I'm currently on a binge of another game that I probably won't complete for another 100 hours. Could I set my system time back a month for Fixmas? I know I had to like mid-January for the whole time possible.
I don't know.
You actually can. There are both mods to change when Fixmas is happening, as well as it just depends on system time. So, if you change your system time, it will respect it.
Or so you've heard, anyway.
Yeah.
Because you haven't actually tried it yourself, fortunately.
Right. Yeah, that's a good caveat.
Okay, we've got lights that are out because I disconnected something.
Caffeinated says, I usually leave a hypertube hole every so often so I can get between floors quickly. Can you put a hypertube just a straight entrance hole? Can you do that? I feel really dumb if that's possible.
To go from floor to floor, just drop and just, or in,
You just like put a hypertube hole in the floor and place an entrance over it or something, just to go between floors.
that would be interesting. Robert, I messed up something with this. Can you look at the screen and tell me how to get these? I needed to move this one away from my portholes here. And so I deleted it from here and put it over here and thought I reconnected it to that. But
Okay.
none of these are connected to regular power source, and I can't. These are some
2012 says, the year-long Fixmas, here I come.
Oh wow. Okay, like you really want to do that?
Okay.
There it comes down to there. Okay.
Yeah, just draw a line from any currently functioning light to any non-functioning light.
Okay, so you're saying from, say, here to there, and it lights them all up?
Yep.
Okay, very good.
So, Caffeinated, I did not read your comment before I just built an entrance and jumped in. And I got stuck in it.
Okay. So you built a hole, then an entrance over the hole, and because there was no tube beyond it, you just
I did, yeah.
got stuck. Because it just kept on making you go up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yep.
Okay, that's funny.
You know, it just doing things quick instead of doing them right, I guess. You know.
That's the way things happen that way, yeah.
It's all good. That's what 2012 says. Of course I want to do that. Those snowballs are awesome. And I ran out from last Fixmas. Well, there you go.
Okay, what's so awesome about a snowball? I need to find that out.
I can help you.
Don't hit me with a snowball. I'm sure that's what you're talking about.
Oh, 100%. Caffeinated asks, why are the silver and gold ornaments in the same container?
Because they are. Is that a good enough explanation?
You know, I'm gonna have to defer to Caffeinated for this one, see if it's good enough for yeah.
Okay. We'll see. No, that's just kind of one of the goofy things of doing this the way we just happen to do it.
Yeah, not doing any sort of planning or layouts.
Exactly.
Throwing everything down.
In other words, this factory is a do as I say, not as I do factory. Okay, that didn't work out all that well. Clipping much? Think so?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I ought to fix that. I need to go here.
Yeah, Doc, every once in a while through my headset, I'm still hearing sounds from your game.
Well, maybe I've got a hole between my two ears.
Yes.
Thanks.
So I'm just not sure why I'm hearing sounds from your game.
I am not rightfully sure either. Because it's coming in my headset. It's not. Yeah, it's coming in my earpiece. It's not going through the speakers. And literally, that would mean that I've got a hole between my two ears.
Right. And the thing is, you have your Christmas hat on. There's no sound bleeding.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah.
I mean, but for some reason I'm hearing today, and I normally don't hear it at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Captain says, I think clipping in your Fixmas factory is okay. After all, it'll all be torn down soon enough.
Yeah, that's true. Well, was able to find a way to escape from clipping.
Oh, good.
Now we have all 4 balls up there. The only thing we have to do with the gold and silver is just put a smart splitter on them to separate those out. And I'm headed to the second floor to figure out how to make those ball clusters.
Yeah, 2012 Whisper in true Christmas enjoyer fashion says, speak for yourself. So I guess at least somebody's keeping them up for the rest of the year.
Okay. Right, where is... There it is. Well, let's point it that way.
And to be honest, Doc,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, I think we can leave ours up. Unless we have real good reason to tear it down.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put those cut. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Now let's see if Let's see now that I've built it, whether it actually makes Christmas clusters. And it does not.
Christmas.
Okay, so
And the quick search only comes up with a cluster obelisk. So
okay, maybe we're searching by the wrong term. Or we haven't unlocked it yet. Possibility we haven't even unlocked. Very strong possibility we haven't unlocked it.
Matthew Fabelina's here and says, I think it's just the assembler.
Okay, how can you do it in an assembler?
And another misfire also says the same thing. See, we don't even know what all ingredients are required for it. I think you were assuming that all 4 would be included.
Yeah, based on the fact that all 4 balls were in it. Okay, fine. I don't have any recipe at all for Christmas in an assembler.
I think we need to go make sure it's actually got unlocked to the map.
Yeah. Well, then let me hop on my faithful steed here and go check it out. One truck went off to the side. It's going off-roading. Those trucks are very entertaining, actually.
Yep. Some people call it bugs. We just call them features.
Mm-hmm. All right, a mamming we will go. A mamming we will go holiday event.
No, this location isn't getting enough quick wire either.
Okay, so it takes 400 of the. Is that just representing that it needs 400, 100 of each or something?
No, it needs 400 whatever that item is. Okay, so what are the 2 branches on either side?
That is
Unlocks the ornament.
right.
Unlocks the ornament bundle.
So, gosh, why? Okay,
So you have it unlocked.
I would have expected it to be up here if the tree was requiring it, not out here. But
Yeah.
okay.
That's it. Okay.
Okay, so I need to go get 50, 50, and 100 of the red ones. And then we'll have to figure out what makes it from there. Okay, let me go get some ornaments.
And Prospero says, hey Doc, you can build your MAM station wherever you want to check these out real quick instead of wasting time to go get to it.
Yeah, one of those things that you have to remember. Thank you for that tip. Or should I say that reminder? Because I knew better. Alright, fine. How am I going to navigate this guy? Oh no.
So I'm currently upgrading the quick wire line, and man, it's just used for too many things.
Oh really?
So it,
So you're upgrading the quick wire line to the new formula that we unlocked yesterday?
No. It's just right now it's all completely backed up, and We have multiple locations that need it, and it's just backed up.
Okay.
So, anyway, I'm just gonna pull a second line.
Alrighty.
We have plenty of material. Caffeinated says it's all about the destination, not the journey, Sparrow. I had that backwards, but we'll pretend like I don't.
Huh.
Yeah. It's okay, Caffeinated. My brain swapped it anyway, and I didn't even recognize there was a problem. Until he said something.
All right. Let's. Okay, I hit that mystery bump in the road there.
Mm-hmm.
We've identified that bump in the road before. Whoops, wrong way. Doggone it. I was just told about putting a MAM over there so that I could just quickly do the upgrade over there or look up something over there.
Uh-huh.
And I ran all the way back to the hub.
Caffeinated says it's not my fault. I've been up since 4 a.m. Oh gosh.
Okay, so isn't short-term memory loss the first thing that goes? Short-term memory is the first that goes. Anyway.
Oof.
Oofed. Start research.
Prospero says this game is all about efficiency. Caffeinated. Ada would not approve.
I am sure all the kittens and puppies and even human children would appreciate being able to see all these pretty lights. It is a shame they're all stuck on Earth, waiting for you to do your job so that they can have long and fulfilling lives.
Yay!
It's like she's trying to be nice and then just gives up halfway through the sentence.
Yeah, trying to be. Okay, we get a snow cannon and a Fixmas snow dispenser. Okay. And this one is the Fixmas wreath. And we just, at this point, we don't know how to make snow, I don't believe. We don't know how to make snow yet, do we, Robert?
We do.
We do know how to make snow?
We do.
Was that in something else here? There it is. Actual snow. So, okay, you can't make anything at the workbench or the crafting bench. So how do you find out how to make snow? Oh my, an assembler again probably, or a, not an assembler, but a
constructor?
Constructor probably.
We'll just inspect a constructor real quick and you can always check.
No. Okay, it makes snow. What does it make it from? Presents.
Wow, who'd have thunk? Nice and easy.
Yeah. I do want to check something though.
Okay.
I do want to go up to our 5th floor here.
I saw somebody made a car wash or something out of the out of the snow dispensers, and I think that's just a fun idea. So I'm kind of looking forward to doing something like that.
Okay. Jacob Thomas Throws, thanks for joining, and appreciate the compliment. Glad it's helped. There's nothing more frustrating in the game, for me anyway, than to not know how to do something that should be simple. Okay, we're almost full up with packages here. So we've got to at least put a conveyor or something to get these packages down to the factory. And I'm sure we could do a fancy conveyor that hooks to the side of our building and wraps around and looks really silly. Don't you think?
Sure. I think that would be great. That's exactly what we should do.
To make something look really silly? Yeah, exactly.
We should make it entirely visible.
Entirely.
Actually, it says, is anyone else hearing a random popping on the stream, or am I really starting to lose it?
I'm sure you're losing it.
Well, I'm just wondering if what he's hearing, what I'm hearing, is somewhat linked here.
Interesting. And you attributed it to game sounds, and it might not be game sounds.
Crossfire says, yes, it's a game audio. Same thing was happening yesterday.
Interesting.
Caffeinated says, you could also just move the trees, Doc.
Move the trees down there? Really? Now, come on.
How many presents have we gotten from those trees, by the way?
Oh, we've almost filled an industrial container.
Oh, gosh. Of course.
Yeah. See on the screen?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got to do something about it soon enough. I mean, yeah. And I just put another Christmas tree up here, so it made it get even worse. Just that I didn't know the trees were directional until I built those trees yesterday, so I didn't even think today about making sure I turned it to where the port was pointing outward.
So yeah, how about we rebuild the tree farm down there? We could leave the big tree up here and then build all the smaller trees down there.
Oh, really?
Or we could build a gigantic sky bridge with a whole bunch of presents moving across it all the time.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll do that. That's fun.
Yeah, because we could just go right off the building here, and I mean, maybe even over here on this corner. And
Okay.
yeah, we could drop straight into the building.
So Volcrum says, I'm also hearing, especially when Ada talks. Interesting. Is this something you guys have heard in-game as well, or is it just our stream issue?
Matthew says, I've got 50 trees pooping presents. It makes me feel rich. That's cool. Oh, that's too funny. Yes, it's game audio. Same thing was happening yesterday. Interesting. Sparrow. Pretty cool. Okay.
Matthew has it. Interesting.
On your project, Doc, keep doing what you like. Thanks, Gabriel. Yeah. I'm just going to do this.
I've only heard it on the stream, and it's usually when there's a lot of sounds at once. Like when you run past trucks or Ada talks. Okay. Well, I think that might be... I wonder if that's a bit of a stream bitrate issue. I wonder if, we lowered the visual bitrate to go with the fact we're only streaming at 30 FPS now. And I'm wondering if it auto-changed our audio settings. And if we could do better by switching our audio settings to something a little bit higher.
Yeah, that's a possibility. It's really too bad that we can't put a conveyor belt out and it just goes over the top of the of our building, and then the packages just drop off the end of the conveyor and fall into the building and make a big pile.
That would be the best. That would be amazing.
It would be, but they don't let that happen.
No.
Unfortunately.
So I'm gonna try this name. Airchank Acte says, "Hi everyone."
Hi.
Yeah, Caffeinated, you're absolutely right. Caffeinated says, "I prefer better audio to better visuals any day of the week." Absolutely. Okay, I forget why, but I just improved the quick wire.
Okay.
So something that needed quick wire is now getting more.
Something that needed quick wire is not getting more. Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you find that needed improving?
Oh, we had a manifold that was, had two outputs for quick wire. Quick wire is just like wire where it creates a ton of them. And we were combining it for two lines after making the quick wire. And so I just separated it and sent one line of quick wire to one floor, one line of quick wire to another floor.
Okay. In other words, it was overloading the conveyor.
Yep.
Okay. Well, this is going to look even funkier because it obviously is not quite straight. But whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm just going to go this way, take it off of straight, and I'm going to... See, the problem is, I know I can't get over there completely with one conveyor straight over. So that means I've got to build up from there conveyor lifts. This is going to be fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jake says, last night I had a very interesting experience in the game. I had finished the game and was launched the game for Fixmas event. Suddenly I start getting, your power reserves are draining. The warning. Apparently I forgot to attach the sink to electricity, which 5 rocket fuel blenders were sending the pack of coal to. So it backed up the residual products and shut everything down.
Yeah. We have one of those kind of situations too, that if one of our factories back up, it takes out our 55 megawatt power plant. So
A little scary.
yeah, that is a little scary.
One thing I wish we could do for the geothermal. I like the geothermal power, but I wish I could have a power regulator on it to smooth out its power curve. Just say, yeah, I know you can burst and do really high, and I know you can go below that, but can you just give me a constant? I want to put a battery on your end, and just give me a constant out. To smooth out our power.
Yeah.
Jake says, yes, I rushed there in a mad hurry. My power plant was a 30,000 megawatt, picked all the coal up in a hurry, and barely saved the situation with reserves of 15%.
You did better than we did. Man, I blew it. I blew it. I couldn't recover. Everything was down, and Robert and I had to discuss what to do next and how to get it next to where we needed to.
Our high-speed connector line. That's what I did all this for.
Your high-speed connector line. The high-speed connector line was causing that much problem?
Well, each high-speed connector needs 60 quick wire.
Okay.
So it's just one of those that gobbles up a lot of resources. So, I mean, even for a modest 6 manufacturer setup, that's 360 quick wire per minute, right? And that's half a conveyor.
Okay.
Stunned Studios asks, what's your least favorite thing about the game?
Least favorite? Oh, wow. That's a hard question because I like so many aspects of the game. I suppose, Robert complained earlier today about one of his least favorite aspects. And I think I agree with him that probably my least favorite would be just simply having to travel places. And literally having to travel places just takes time and takes effort. And sometimes you just want to dispense with all the effort it takes to get from one place to the next.
Yeah, if I were to, let's set aside bugs. Because bugs will be fixed eventually. Like all the truck bugginess will be fixed eventually. The drone issues, when there's too many drones, will be fixed eventually. If we set those aside...
Then what?
I don't know what I'd say. Because, yeah, like, transportation's an issue, but it's an opportunity to build a good system to move, right? So... yeah, blueprint designers could definitely be bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Prospero says least favorite thing is performance issues when the factory grows big. Yeah.
Yeah, you're constantly chasing down performance issues, yes. But that's, I just consider that part of the game, In any factory, like when you're in the Boeing 747 factory, for example, if you've got a supplier that can't supply enough product quickly enough, you can back up the entire line. So it's in a lot of ways a real case simulation of the way manufacturing is done, and you've got to keep balancing and keep balancing and keep balancing. And that's why they've got the growth of so many pieces of software that manage all of that stuff for you. But even then, suppliers change, suppliers get stressed, suppliers go bankrupt, and we don't have that in this game, thankfully. But
yeah, I think you might have been referring also to PC performance. Your actual computer. How well could your computer actually perform with a real big factory?
That's true.
Yeah, Canada. Yeah, that's what Prospero clarified. And Caffeinated says, for me, the randomly indestructible rocks and plants that are always right in the middle of the perfect factory spot. Yeah.
Oh, you mean like, I know I'm going to lose here.
The rock right in the middle of our factory?
Yeah, like that thing?
Yes. We've had to change so many of our designs because of that big, huge rock right there.
Yep.
We thought we had enough space, and no.
Yep. One of the big things that's often requested, at least according to a video that was made by Knut. Was it Knut? What's Snut? Okay. Was often requested items, and one of them is terraforming.
Yeah.
And of course, terraforming is destroying the rocks and so forth, but he says, nope, that's part of the game. Enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, there are mods that make a lot more of the items in the world disappear, or make you able to remove a lot more of the items, but that's very different from actually changing the terrain itself.
Yeah.
So, Caffeinated said, I meant like a boulder. That's a whole mountain.
Just about.
Yeah,
You're
it is.
All right. Now I'm upset.
I'm sorry. What seems to be the problem?
The problem seems to be your decorations on the outside of the...
My decorations could be at fault.
Yep, they are.
Can I help you brainstorm solutions so I don't have to change my decorations?
No,
No?
no, I'll figure out a solution. I'm just...
Lifts exist.
Lifts exist. I don't... I hate lifts. Can you tell I hate lifts?
I don't know why.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I know, it's a lame excuse.
You want those coming on the first floor anyway, right?
Yeah. Got a long ways to go still. Actually, I could have some fun with that. Yes, I'm going to have some fun with that. Okay.
Oh, Doc, I'm going to put in a big upgrade to our factory here.
You are, huh?
Huge upgrade.
To which factory?
The main factory. Oh, this is genius. This should have been done ages ago.
But wait a minute, you're not a genius. You can't come up with ideas like that.
Wow. Doc,
Hey,
I can't believe you said that.
I can. They say a lot of nonsensical things.
There we go. We have our explorers. We have a road inside of our factory. We have connections between one side of the factory and the other, so we can take the explorer to the second section of the mall.
Okay.
And if you turn around, you can see my alteration. Look at the side of the factory.
Which
Left
side?
Left side.
Other side?
Nope, right there, right in front of you. And look down. See? See the alteration I've made? It's perfect. It's
Really?
perfect.
Oh,
No.
no, it's not.
It's almost perfect.
Well, all you have to do is extend it one more block, I bet.
Yeah.
Because you still have plenty of room to get over that. Well,
You know?
yeah, that works. And that works as long as we can get through our factory over there. It looks like there's plenty of room on that side. Okay. You going back to try it again?
Yep.
All right. Let me know when you're going to try it again, and so I can look. Watch.
Pika says, Merry Fixmas Day 10. Didn't
Yeah.
realize y'all were live, so just been bored making my item all with no sound. Well, welcome to the stream.
Yes.
Yeah, after yesterday evening stream, still doing our normal Tuesday morning. Oh my gosh, Doc, what are you...
I told you I was going to have some fun.
Oh my gosh. Guys, this is the man that you're subscribed to. This guy right here.
Doing craziness.
That's fine. It's Fixmas stuff. Okay. I am ready for round 2.
You're ready for round 2, you say?
Yeah, I'm about to launch myself again.
Okay.
Also,
okay. I'm watching.
Oh, it feels like you weren't using turbo fuel before. Perfect.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Doc, after we do all of our other races, at some point we're gonna demarcate out a race through this world.
Yeah.
Everybody race just straight through this.
We should. Yeah. Wish we could just copy it from our server world, but... Alright, I have to go in and place a port over here that will actually work.
Caffeine says, Can you hear me screaming, use a lift, all the way from Kansas City?
No, I can't hear it. Can't hear a thing. Can't hear a thing. I'm just having too much fun. Yeah. Isn't it fun to do something crazy once in a while?
Gabriel says, reminds me of Snakes and Ladders.
Yes. Chutes and ladders. Snakes and ladders?
Snakes and Ladders is the British name for it.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to see. We might have another. Nope, it doesn't work on containers. You know how you can change a splitter from a splitter to a smart splitter by hitting control? It doesn't work on storage containers.
That's too.
Yeah, that is too bad. This container is most likely empty anyway, right? It is. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I have to make this little port hole look good. You still have that song stuck in your head.
I do. I do. We listened to a guy named Jeff Castellucci. And Jeff Castellucci is an extreme bass singer. And I introduced it to Mom. Introduced it to me. Mama Doc introduced it to me, and I shared one of the songs with Robert this morning. And just, if you think you sing bass, you don't sing bass until you've heard this guy sing bass. Oh man, that was just incredibly low. And then what he did is he sang all four parts. So he sang tenor, alto, tenor, baritone, and bass parts of one song. And he filmed himself doing all of those in perfect sync with each other, to where you couldn't see any stitching or anything. So there's four of him singing all four parts in the one video. And it was just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I wanted to be over here to get a wall.
So Volcom says, I have a new desk. Everything works. It is set up. It's the best time to find out management didn't order the desk chairs yet. Ah.
Great time to find that out. Oh man, that's tough.
And caffeinated comments on the container issue. He says, think you can't upgrade them because the size difference is so huge and it might duplicate the items or something.
Yeah, possibly. I wouldn't mind duplicating the items sometimes.
Or just something silly like they have a table of things that can be swapped between, and so like merger splitters and smart splitters and programmable splitters are all together in the same table, but it's not built, the function is not built that you can only make it one way. So if a container can be turned into an industrial storage container, an industrial storage container could also be turned into a regular container, right? And so then that could lose items. And so it might be something like that, where the person who wrote the original function,
said nada.
Yeah, and
non-starter.
some limitations got built in at that point.
Got a massive clipping here.
We have a good evening from Unblessed.
Good evening.
By the way, Unblessed, I hope you saw Doc Short. We have found the bombs, the present bombs.
Yeah. Good evening.
And hello from Chillstep.
They only go on the very top. Well, try that. Let's see.
Captain says nobody has to know what the clipping, Doc. It's okay. Doc, what is all this? It's just.
It's the fun nonsense of us.
Crazy.
What kind of a mind?
Crazy. No, this actually. Special meat says come in from above with a vertical one.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now will that work?
Are you clipping outside of the building?
I am. Somebody said it was okay.
But if you're clipping outside the building, I have to cover it. If it's outside, looks like a gigantic glowing resin box.
That's not too bad. Is it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it for. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'll cover something.
Okay, now let's see if I can put a conveyor from here to there. Okay, is it working? Nope, it's not working. See, I couldn't figure out whether I got this right or not.
Well, wait, are you trying to do out? Yeah, Doc, output's on this side of this one.
I
So
want
that's
to go
the-
from this output down. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so the output's over here, right?
But I want to do the output from the upper one to the input of the lower one. So it then continues to output to here.
Well, that should work then. There's just nothing in the top one. So that was working. Well, look, it's fine.
Okay.
Here, I'm trying to solve problems that don't exist. Yeah, that was it. That's it. Right going. Yeah, there you go. I'll put a test gift up there just in case. Oh, it works.
Okay. That's right. I hadn't connected the final hurrah out here yet.
Yeah. I'm going to paint this green as somebody advised and just...
Call it wonderfully good, right?
Mm-hmm. Say, yep. It's a feature.
And so now we got this packages going here. We got it shoo, 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 all the way around and in. Yay!
By the way, did you see the Christmas sign, the Merry Christmas sign I put out front of the factory?
No, I did.
Mm-hmm. Of the Christmas factory.
The Christmas factory.
Behind you. That.
Okay. Put a big billboard on the front. Now that is festive.
How about that? Now, the funny thing about this is that these signs, these are the largest signs you can get that'll do single letters like this.
Okay.
Any of the larger signs, they don't like it.
And so single letters, so that's like 5 signs for Mary?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Very good. Very
The
good.
problem, Caffeinated, is I don't think Doc, have you had a monster yet this morning?
Oh, I haven't.
He
That's
hasn't
why
had his
I'm
caffeine
off my
yet.
game.
That's the problem.
I'm off my game. I'm going to go off camera for a second, okay? Robert, show him what you're doing for a bit.
Oh, I'm just lying here doing nothing. Yeah. Grab me a drink as well if you would. Yeah, you're right. I didn't write Fixmas. I did put some supports in here for our little exit ramp. I need to frame up this wall as well. Thank you, sir. Make it look a little bit more intentional. These are just cheating for making things look intentional that otherwise look weird.
That's a weird way to spell Fixmas.
Yeah. Let's see. The other issue that I've been having is that this port that Garrett made doesn't work at high speed. I'm going to fix it. Yeah, it looks like a drawbridge. So these right here work going this direction no matter what speed you're at, right?
Okay.
And it's fun. But the problem is that, wow, okay. When you go this direction, it acts like a ramp, and that. So I need to fix that.
Put another set of doors up, another big door up there. And you need to do it the floor below. Do you need? Oh, this is the first floor that it does it on, right?
Oh, come on.
Hey, your driving's looking like mine.
You know what, Doc?
What?
You're right.
I'm what?
You're. Yeah. Okay, so now it'll open. It'll let me through. I still have to dodge another rock, but then I can come through here full speed and clear it perfectly every time. I love it.
All right. Well,
Cool. I'll give it back to you now.
all right. Well, I think we've done enough Christmas today. We got our look at this rolling packages, and doesn't that look cool?
That looks so ridiculous. I love it. Do you have anything making the new baubles?
I don't.
Well, we gotta at least get to that point.
Okay. And
It's
is that probably a smelter, and you just make it out of packages again? They're so creative, if that's the case.
Don't. I thought they had already. I thought everybody had already told you. It's an assembler.
It is an assembler.
Yeah, we just didn't have it before. So 1 copper, 1 iron is what we need for it.
And that, okay.
And I think, didn't you already send the lifts of all those upstairs?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna have to do some sorting of. Here, you know what, Doc? I'm gonna help you out just a little bit.
You got it. Go ahead. Help me out. Let's see what you do. You're going to sort them before they get there?
Yeah. You okay with that, or you want to sort them afterwards?
I think sorting them up here would be space-wise more efficient.
Okay. Sort them up there.
Okay. And it's just an assembler, huh?
Yes, sir.
And I'm just going to put the assembler over about right there. Should I do 2 assemblers? Because we're probably going to need a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Just for fun, you know? And, oh. 2 assemblers, you put one in the... Boy, why can't we just mix them and put them all in the same one?
Because you still have to balance them. Because you get 100 of one, then 100 of the other.
And it won't
Right.
fill up before you get the next 100 in there.
Right. So you need to get 2. You're gonna have to get 2 regular storage containers and filter.
Okay, Deosil 25 asks, Doc, I'm here. I'm new here, and I was wondering how you got into gaming. Well, it was by stealth, to be truthful. I'll tell another aspect of the story. I say by stealth because my wife was duly embarrassed that I would get into gaming. She was she was really embarrassed when I told her that I made a game station and that the game station
Game YouTube channel.
And the whole idea was that my other channel was doing so poorly that that I just had to do something. I had to get something going right, and because the other channel was a tech channel. The other station was a tech channel, and the technology channel taught Microsoft Access and database design, and it finally got monetized, but it's chucking in there at about $70 a month, and that's not enough to, I could take my wife out to dinner for $70 a month, one time, so relative to what it really needed to make, it's making near enough. And so since that was the case, I said, what can I do that's different? And so I just started to play a game, and I turned on the camera once, and Robert and I made our first video, and he embarrassed me by calling me an absolute beginner in the video, and people actually started watching it. And it was a game that I had played with Robert a while back, so it wasn't an unfamiliar game. But it wasn't really familiar either. It was.
You'd played
I
a couple of sessions.
Yeah,
previously.
exactly. Just not much at all, really. So we basically just went from there and just continued building on Satisfactory. And he's, Robert, to give him credit, has tried to have me go ahead and learn other games as well. And which I've, worked on doing. Like I'm working on Minecraft right now, for the most part.
Old dog, new tricks,
Yeah, well, and somebody suggested MechWarrior, and I remember having played MechWarrior a while back, so that might fit. There's several other games that are kind of factory type building games that are cute and fun that I might get involved in as well. So basically just got into gaming by just almost by accident, you could say. So
yeah, I've mentioned Timberborn to him a couple times. That's kind of in the same genre, and it's on sale right now. So.
okay. So I want the input on there, that side. Okay. Program Smart Splitter forward is going to be, let's see, okay, it's blue. What colors are these?
Or you could always search. We want copper and iron.
Okay. Let's go. That would be the center output, left center output, and right output.
Debbie says next game after Satisfactory, Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Oh man. Doc, Elden Ring is made by the same people who make Dark Souls. That's the game that Corey tortured Garrett with while they're in college together. That gave Garrett PTSD. That is the reason why Garrett has such bad taste in gaming now.
Really?
Yep. That's the way the story goes.
Interesting.
And Subnautica is being recommended well. Yeah. I think eventually Doc will get to that kind of game. The big thing you'll notice is, we're 700 hours in? Probably closer to 800 hours into Doc playing Satisfactory. He enjoys everything about a game and wants to complete a game before moving on. Generally. And Terra Nil recommends White Panther. I have not heard of Terra Nil.
Okay.
Have to look, yeah.
Collab with Grandpa Gaming then?
Don't know that channel.
Huh. Is there Adam, are you referring to an actual other channel called Grandpa Gaming? Okay, come on. Smart Splitter is active. Oh, that's why. That's why it wouldn't work. I'm talking instead of doing my stuff here. So, yeah, answer me the question. Answer the question about Actually, yeah, I want this one to go here, but I have to turn that on. Okay. Tell them what to do and give them power. Where are you, Robert?
I'm on the lower floor.
Can you can you put an outdoor port or a floor port or something, electrical port on potentially on this corner?
Sure. On which corner?
This corner is
The north corner.
is facing that factory.
Okay.
Super. You were doing that perfect. That is
Good.
perfect. And I see it's a Mark III. That's good.
Good. Yeah, caffeinated recommend space engineers as well. Yeah, we've had that recommended a lot. And DLSO says Minecraft is his go-to. Yeah, I could tell from your avatar there. The White Panther says that Terra Nil is a city builder, but the goal is to restore the original wildlife. Okay. Another up for captive industry.
Okay. Grandpa Gaming is an ex-military guy who is very good at PUBG
Oh gosh.
and Battlefield. His sniper videos are quite popular.
Oh man. Oh yeah, I've seen some of his videos. Yeah. That's PUBG is the original PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's you have 100 people who join one match
Oh.
and they run around and grab guns and shoot each other until only one person is alive.
Okay, it's Last Man Standing.
Last man standing. Definitely not your genre.
Okay. Well. Oh, gosh, we've got to the point where we have collected all the packages, and now they're coming down 4 at a time. Now I can keep my tree orchard up there where everybody can see it, and still bring the packages to the factory in an elegant fashion. I repeat, in an elegant fashion. Okay, I understand you're ignoring me, Robert.
Yes, I heard. Not ignoring you. Just
You're not responding, that's all, right? And I need to... Okay, so we're making the next ornaments. I could put more trees over here if I wanted. I want more gift trees. But I can't make a gift tree. I need more boughs. Okay. Are we done with Fixmas for today? Continues to not respond. Yep.
sorry. I was guys. I was doing something. I'm sorry. And Trailmakers. You know what? Garrett, my other brother, was recommending Trailmakers. So we should try that.
And doesn't that look cool?
Yeah,
It's got a
it
water
does.
slide on the side of the Fixmas
It
tree.
does. It fits the aesthetic.
Yeah, I think so. And I just... Okay. Okay.
I think you should come check out the bottom floor of the factory. I've been improving it.
Oh, does that Okay. Bottom floor of the factory.
Mm-hmm. Of the Christmas factory.
Oh, the Christmas factory.
Yeah.
Going down the wrong rabbit hole.
It looks like a big present. Exactly. And now imagine it, because we're going to continue building up. It's going to be like twice as tall as our regular factory. And it's just going to be this gigantic, tall Christmas present. And looking big. And Finn Cass is here. Good morning, he says.
Good morning. We're having fun playing Fixmas at the moment. We'll get onto some serious stuff here in a moment. Okay. Ground floor.
Yep.
No authorized breaks until after Christmas. Floors recently polished. Do not scuff. Okay. We're rule making at Christmas. Filling out your time card is done on your own time. Well, you've never worked. No personal crafting. Oh, where else can we find other things? Interesting. Okay. Bows there. We got candy canes there. We got bows there. Okay, I need more of those things. See, we haven't found anything that requires us to use bows unless we're just crafting a Christmas tree.
Right.
So we haven't found a use for bows or the canes or bows. Oh. Bathroom breaks are theft.
Mm-hmm.
Theft of what?
Time. Wages. Got to keep these elves in line.
I guess you feel the need to do that.
Yep. I just restarted the server again. Just got it back online, and it's still having server issues. So it looks like we're just changing hosts now.
Yeah, we're just going to change to the broccoli host. Yeah. If they can't get their act together, they're just going to lose folks.
You can use canes for decoration, huh? That's what Fabelina says. So these ones that are in the inventory right now, can they just be placed? And DSL, by the way, once been recommends the Create mod for Minecraft.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to have to be a must-do because it seems everybody suggests that one for me.
Yep.
In particular. So if that makes Minecraft more intellectual for me, that would do. That would really do nicely. Okay, let's go get serious. Our next item on here is to go make residual resin into plastic. So, oh man, you made it even look nice.
Yeah, how about that?
About that. Okay.
Taking lessons from Garrett.
Okay. So.
Oh, the Fixmas candy cane specifically. Oh, okay, I see that. And the Fixmas. Oh, and we have power lights and snowmen. Doc, there's so much more to do with Fixmas.
Okay, well, we need to move on.
Okay, fine. He wants to play a building game. I want to play a Christmas game.
It looks like we need some more light in this part of our factory. Yeah, it looks kind of dimly lit over here.
Wait. Dashlash says, "Hi, Doc."
Hi. Boy, we're seeing a bunch of new names today. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Do we have... we still can't get on the server.
Nope, I just checked it.
I want to get on the server. Gosh, we got so many members with us today. We had so much fun.
Yeah.
But, okay, fine. Okay, we unlocked nuclear power. And I'm going to put leading edge production here where we've got our next build, our next manifold and such needs to be the fused modular frame. That does create some issues in the respect that that we've got to bring. It looks like the 25 item there is aluma solution.
That's nitrogen.
That's nitrogen. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense with fused. Okay, so remember what we wanted to do there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that we'll have to find some hydrogen and get it transported to the factory. Okay, so I'm going to select this milestone so we
Yep.
can have it up there at least, so we know what we're working toward.
Mhm.
And then let's go ahead and head out to our power plant and stop sinking the residual resin and turn it into plastic. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm
So,
headed out to the
actually,
fuel plant. What?
if you could turn around, I think you should empty your bags first.
Oh, I'm trying to turn around. I'm trying. There we go.
Yep. You at the very least need to empty all those gifts out of your bags.
I should have done that back at the. Yeah, I should have done that.
So Giuseppe, there's two issues going on with the server. One is just our host is struggling to get things updated, and so we're gonna move to a new host that's hopefully is a little bit better.
Demented broccoli or something like that.
Yeah, it's something weird like that.
Something related to broccoli.
But then the other issue is just there have been a lot of updates lately, and so those updates are being pushed, and sometimes they will often update the game before they update the server, and with that lag, sometimes there's a day or two of downtime.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, well, it's just not tolerable for our environment because, come on, we're running, you know, we have people that are counting on being able to do certain things that we promise for being a member.
Yeah.
And so we can't let this go on any longer.
Yep. Indifferent
So-
broccoli, that's what it is.
Indifferent. Anyway, so we're going to move on to them before next Wednesday, and and go from there.
Does the new host cost more money?
Indifferent broccoli did have a price structure that was a little more expensive,
Yeah.
so I have to say yes. Need solid biofuel.
And Fizz Walker's here. Howdy.
Hi. Hi. I don't need that. Don't need that. The looking at my inventory, the items that were popping up for so long here finally stopped popping up there. So that's cool.
One bug down.
Probably 500,000 more to go. Okay. So I emptied my bags to this point. They're half empty. And I could put the coupons in the dimensional depot.
Indifference or app? Good question.
What was that last question? Monthly subscription and how much more? We can pay monthly, yes, and I don't have it off the top of my head. It's going to be like $10 more. I mean, the subscriptions are really not that expensive. They're like $30, $40. So we have enough members now to cover the subscription. We don't quite have enough members to cover the increase in our Starlink that we did. We went from $100 a month, a $99 a month plan, to $250 a month to get the streaming settled down. But we're just getting going.
Yep.
Apathy is just indifference applied to emotion, right?
Sure. No, when I say indifferent broccoli, that's the name, literally the name of their server.
Yeah,
which is
it's literally
super
the name of
silly.
their server. Apathy is death. Someone please get the reference. Okay.
Unfortunately, not here.
Not getting it. Okay, are we ready to go?
We are going, yep. Do you have the residential Starlink or business? That we upgraded from residential to business.
Yep.
And the big deal is that the business gives you a terabyte of priority data, which seems to have made at least some difference. So
We still had to downgrade to 30 frames per second in order to make it really work.
yeah.
But he keeps launching. Elon and SpaceX keep launching more satellites into the network. So it should keep improving. That's one thing with Elon is he doesn't like complaints. He moves very quickly to satisfy technical issues like that. So
Yeah, I think they put up 30 or 33 new satellites just this last week. So,
yeah.
but then again, you put up those satellites, and they just announced that they're adding service to a couple of islands in the middle of nowhere. So, 30 satellites spread across the whole world isn't much of a difference for us. And Volcrum says, don't forget, because you use it as a business, it is a business expense.
Well, I was a finance guy before I took and combined finance to IT. So I was an IT guy first, then I got into finance, and then I combined IT and finance at the end of my career. So,
Yep.
yeah, I get sometimes probably questionably creative on my income taxes. So yes, and the fact that we bought this property and one of the buildings is used entirely for streaming and filming is going to be another part of the business expense.
Oh, look, it's a home office deduction.
It is not a home office deduction in that case.
Oh, it's more. It's considered a category higher than that?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so this is where we're at right now. What just
Yeah.
exploded?
I'm getting rid of all these extra trees so we can shift the drone depots to be in a straight line.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one won't break. But the one that was the stuff you were dodging out of the way of,
Uh-huh.
that all went away. So
Okay. Well, that's cool, I think. Oh, and you notice that the exhaust from the drones, when you're on turbo fuel, it's red, and
Oh,
it was
really?
yellow when we were on regular fuel. Yeah. Yeah, that is cool. Okay. Okay,
and chill
so
steps back. Welcome back, chill step.
okay, nothing blew up there, did it?
Now I got a couple of small trees.
Okay, so we'll unjog these, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna have to rename them and everything. So I don't want to do that right now.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. All right, we do have the hypertube out here, so let's.
And Doc, by the way, at least for a time, we got to, at some point, do an IRL stream where we go outside with a camera and show off part of the yard and do some videos out there because, right now that could be considered business area too, right?
Yeah.
Could be if we do a few.
Yeah, we need a few good drone shots of the house that's being built on the property.
Yeah.
And gosh, we got a whole bunch of film for you to process and build into the homesteading channel that we wanted to build at times to show what we're doing on the property.
Yep.
All right, we ready to go out there?
Yep.
Let's do it.
I even got a drone this last year, and I loved flying the drone. I was getting pretty decent at it. It was a Mavic Mini 2. Or a Mini 2. It was not a very... It was one of the 249-gram drones, right? But unfortunately, after a single wreck, because I was too nice in letting nephews buy it, it hasn't been the same since. and so it doesn't fly very well anymore. And I'm very sad.
Yeah.
Hello, Eric Lindstrom.
Hey, Eric's here, huh? All right.
Good morning. Afternoon. Yeah.
Okay. Now, we're out here, and what we want to do now is we have residual plastic going into a sink on each one of these platforms. And there it is right there. So we want to take this residual plastic, we want to combine it and build a factory that's a little bit more inland. We just have to figure out exactly where, Robert, and I think I see the possibility of having it like right in here.
Yeah.
You think that would work, or do we need to go in a little bit farther so we have more space?
I think that would work just fine.
This right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right where you fell. Yep.
Yep. Right. I ran out of drone.
Captain says you shouldn't have let them use turbo fuel in it. In my drone. Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, no, just joking. You know, when my drone got broken, right? They were joking that I let the kids use turbo fuel in it.
Yep. Good one. Good one.
No, it was he went out of line of sight, and I had been keeping them flying at just line of sight, and he wanted to do something cool before I could stop him. He flew it out of line of sight and crash, broken, sadness.
And just haven't been able to get it fixed right.
Yep. Replaced the parts multiple times, and now I have this issue where just one of the motors just randomly seizes up. And so I'm just flying the drone just fine, and then you hear this chunk, 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 and the thing like falls 10 feet before it recovers.
It was a beautiful flying zone drone before that. So I went ahead and attached this platform to the second platform here. Actually, it looks like the third platform.
So we are making 1,500 residual resin polymer resin per minute.
1,500, huh? There I go again.
Uh-huh.
We got a little bit out of bounds.
30 times 10 times 5, yeah, 1,500. And he also says that power setup is huge. Make me want to get back into Satisfactory. It's a good game.
Yeah.
If you haven't played it since 1.0, you really should. They've done a ton to make the game just so much better. And Fizzwalker says, that reminds me of a family story that my grandparents and uncles used to tell. My grandfather got one of my uncles a radio-controlled plane for Christmas. My grandfather, who had flown B-17s, told him to let it fly at first. Grandfather promptly flew it down a chimney and told my uncle, who was heartbroken, never let anyone else play with your toys. Oof.
The grandfather crashed it? The B-52 pilot crashed it? Or B-17 pilot found?
Yeah, so the grandfather bought the uncle a radio-controlled plane. Then the grandfather flew it first and flew it down a chimney, and then told the uncle he bought the present for, never let anybody else play with your toys. No!
I hope he replaced it.
That's so sad.
That is a sad story.
He was a B-17 gunner.
Oh, he wasn't the pilot. He was a gunner. Okay.
Yeah, that's why he crashed. That's why he crashed an RC plane.
Because he always wanted to fly the B-17, but nobody would let him.
Oh, bro.
Oh, that's funny.
The uncle's still sore. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Obviously, he didn't replace it. Or hopefully he wouldn't be still sore. Okay, you think we got enough of a platform here?
I gotta look up, what are we doing with residual resin? We're doing it into plastic?
Yep.
Okay.
Plastic, and we want to push it into the drone port that's bringing the fuel.
So this guy uses
Actually,
60 per minute. Okay, it
60?
consumes 60 polymer resin per minute. So let me do the math real quick. We need 25 of these guys.
Ooh.
So if you can get enough room for 25 of these dudes, then we're good.
Okay, and it's a foundry?
Yep. Refinery.
Foundry.
Eric says, loads of things are happening right now in Sweden during the Nobel Prize. Me and my family are sitting and watching.
Huh. Okay. So, we only put in polymer resin, right?
And water.
We do have to have water.
Yep,
Okay,
and we
so,
got plenty of space for water.
yeah, we got plenty of water coming that we can get. Just wondering which side to make the. I'll go ahead and do it this way.
Okay. I'm going to try to get a foundation here to work that I can build the water extractors on.
Okay.
I've struggled getting water extractors to build on foundations before, even though it's supposedly, rather possible. In fact, that's what people always recommend, but
Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 18. How many do we need? Did we need?
$25.
Okay, so there's 18. There's 18 with the center being the collector for the plastic, and I need 7 more out here. So, how do you want the ones on this side oriented? Probably with the water coming in from the outside, right?
Yeah. Sure, yeah. Eric asks, Doc, in the USA, do you have national tests in school, like most other countries?
Oh,
Yeah, they do.
no. Oddly enough, while the Department of Education mandates those tests, they're individually run by each state and individually run to the state's standards and not necessarily to federal standards. So it's not a nationalized test at this point. You're disagreeing with me. That's not.
Yeah.
It's not a.
I don't know if you're making a distinction without a difference.
Four, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Right, the imports are over here. And I'm going to put lifts on all of the... I'm going to put lifts on all of the... on all of the...
Mr. Gopp asks, my survival save is 137 hours long, and I haven't reached phase 2 yet on the space elevator. Is that silly? Spent ages building a huge road network.
it's not silly. It's just the way you decide to play the game. I mean, if your goal is progression, then it's probably silly. But if your goal literally is, if your goal is to just enjoy the game, which really should be your goal anyway, then you're doing just fine.
Sully Chase says, "Hey Doc, hope you're having a great stream."
We are actually. I haven't heard any complaints about the network going down, or we were getting chat things where the chat was disconnecting there for a while, and so we haven't had that at last night's stream or this stream. So,
and we just had some fun building some Christmas stuff. And
yeah.
now we're out here.
The only thing we can't have fun at is getting on our server, which is struggling.
Doc, I think I know where my memory, my brain is not liking your answer.
Okay.
I don't think we have standardized testing for the students. What we have is school district standards, where the students have to take it, but the students themselves aren't pass-failed, you're ready programmed by the national standards.
Okay.
But the students still have to take those national tests, and it affects the schools.
Yes, it
not
does.
the students.
It does affect the schools, and you're right,
Yeah.
not the students.
That's what I was remembering. Yeah, Pika says students been stable.
Yeah, I saw that. So we worked through a lot of the problems so far, and frankly, we're continuing to work through those problems, and we'll keep working through those problems because I want to have a good experience for everyone that's online.
Yeah, Pika says it's also early in the month. It's possible you haven't reached the priority data yet.
Well, the way Starlink does it is when you subscribe is when your month starts. So it's not on the first to the end of the month. It's whenever they subscribe. So, and we checked our prior usage, and our prior usage was just a little bit over a terabyte. Because we're big users of data. All right, T. Okay, so you've got some water pumps there. You just about ready to bring up some water and put them in. I'll keep working on getting the resin up into the ports that I just built. Okay.
Oh, good.
And that starts with the far one over here.
Eric says, so it's not like in the Nordic countries. I missed it. Where every student does the test during the same time. And how big are your grade of the tests? Because in Sweden, it's like 50% or more.
50% of your grade in that course, or for high school, or for graduation?
Well, that's, how much of your grade comes from a single large test or whatever. That's up to the individual teacher or district or whoever sets the coursework.
Oh.
He also asks, how often do you rebuild before you get to the end of the game?
Well, Robert, do we really have a good answer to that? I mean, the answer to that really is it depends.
Yeah, it's like with building a mega factory, it's not like we rebuild, but we are constantly upgrading the factory.
Yeah. Constantly.
Yeah. Yeah, Pika has it correct. Yeah, federal tests don't count towards student grades. They just want to know how well we're learning. Which, to be honest, I don't care what the federal government thinks about how well students are learning.
Yeah. The Department of Education for the federal government, we're getting into politics, and we probably shouldn't do that because, you know, you might not agree with me, but I think that the federal government ought to stay out of local learning and let the states manage it. It's just a better thing when it's run by the states. Better thing. It's just better run by the states because they're much better aware of each individual state's needs and the students within their states.
Yep, country's too big to be run by one gigantic department.
Well, yeah, and socialism has failed because of that idea.
Anyway, Volcrum says 3 to 4 times rebuilding factories, not counting expansions. Yeah, that's just building styles.
I can say that I've never actually rebuilt a whole factory.
Yeah.
I don't think we have ever rebuilt a whole factory.
Yeah,
so
why not?
I wish we could build a scaffold and put a splitter on top of a scaffold. You know?
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, Eric says in Sweden it's very strict. The tests are usually more than 50% of your grades, even high school and college.
Painted beam allows you to put a splitter on the top.
Ah, that would work.
Yeah, that would work.
Marcus says, I used to watch this stream because Doc was playing my favorite game. But now I watch it because Doc explains the flaws of communism.
Oh dear.
Yeah. That's enough politics for today.
You know, it's just like running a business. When it becomes multinational, it's very difficult to run the business.
Yeah. Okay, so just talking out loud here for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to need 6 of these water extractors. Each one is 120 cubic meters per second, which means I do need 2 pipes. So I'm just going to run a gigantic loop.
Okay. And just keep on forcing more water in it?
Well, I just, if I do a loop...
Go ahead.
If I do a loop, it just means that, you know, water will flow one direction or the other, you know, and one way or the other, it'll all be filled.
One way or another, it'll be filled.
So Volcrum says we have 6 tests over 2 years and 1 big final exam deciding your grade in the Netherlands.
Yeah. Now, I mean, and that's in high school even?
Huh. Yeah.
You know, that's amazing if it's in high school too, because maybe that's why the U.S. is falling so far behind. Because, frankly, you know, you can graduate from high school and be dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah. Wow.
Which shouldn't occur.
Yeah. And I see positives and negatives when it comes to testing like that, because like between me and Garrett, same intelligence level, but I'm really good at taking tests. Garrett's horrible at taking tests. And so we'd get vastly different grades, and I don't know if we could really say that I'm better or more well equipped for work or anything like that, or know a subject better. But So I see the use in putting other things on the grade to go with the test. Belzorium says, "Yay, I finally managed to be one of the wonderful viewers of the doc. My life's purpose is fulfilled."
Fantastic. Wow. Wow. You can make a guy's head look large.
Leviathan asks, where are you on the map right now? It looks super open.
We are in the northern oil fields. I call them the northern oil fields. What is it technically called, Robert? Yeah, we used the name of it in one of our videos. But it's way in the north where all the oil fields are. There's a whole cluster of oil fields. So if you're looking at a full map, it's in the north and it's about the middle of the map. So, so it says in school, in 3, 6, and 9th grade, you have 25 tests in total, even more in college. Wow.
One of the big complaints that was really prevalent when I was in school was that because there were some mandated tests from No Child Left Behind Act, that was one of Bush's programs, basically with these big standardized testing, the teachers would spend like 2 or 3 weeks just prepping you for the testing. And so the teachers got frustrated because you couldn't get through the actual content. It was 2 or 3 weeks of, okay, here's the best strategy for taking a test, and here's how you do essays and multiple choice questions and practice tests and all that kind of stuff, because that improved your score more than teaching you the content better. And so teachers all hated it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm getting this figured out. Okay.
Spiral Coast. There you go, Volacrum got it.
Spiral Coast? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and D also said, I just got notified that supper will be served, so happy to catch a stream finally.
Okay.
Enjoy your supper.
Yeah.
Yeah, teaching to the test.
Yeah.
Peakwarp said.
Teaching you how to take the test rather than teaching the knowledge so you can pass the test.
Or teaching the knowledge that's useful in life.
There you go, too. Okay. I think we're going to need one more.
Anyway.
All right. Almost got the second one here. And we can branch off of here to bring it. No, I should put a splitter here. No, it'll be a merger, but it's going to be pointing that direction.
Yeah, Fizzwalker says if memory serves, the better the test score, the more money was given to the districts.
Yes, exactly. So it was a good idea, but the wrong motivation.
Yeah. Problem is, money does not equal better test scores, does not equal better schools in general. Money is required, but money does not guarantee any of those things. It's just a perverse incentive, like you said. Can become. And Leviathan says, what are you guys working on right now?
We're working on turning the what do they call that blue stuff?
Polymer resin.
Polymer resin there. We're taking the polymer resin that we originally were just sinking with the sink over here. We were just taking this polymer resin now, and this is going to be a plastics factory. So Robert's working on getting the pipes to it. I'm working on getting the polymer resin to it, and soon we'll have them hooked up, ready to go.
Yep. Want to put our turbo fuel residual stuff from the turbo fuel plant to good use.
Yep. Nothing left to waste. Which is why I wonder why they give us a sink.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh, the sink is there so that we can have coupons, so we can spend them, right?
Gotta have the company store.
Oh, that's right. So what do they call that? 17 tons?
I think it's 16 tons.
16 tons? Oh, that's right. 16 tons rhymes better. 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt?
Yeah, Belzorium says an issue I have with the test, they assume everybody learns the same way.
Yep. And people don't. And there's one glaring thing, is that people who have a higher intelligence tend to fidget in class. And there's so many teachers that have not learned that. And teachers who have learned it will actually provide fidget toys to those members of class, because they know that they'll pay attention if they've got something to be in their hands to manipulate, which is an interesting thought. So I always provided my students with things on the tables. I didn't want them playing with their cell phones necessarily, because a lot of times they'd engage in conversation with friends or in a game, and that's a little bit too much engagement. But so I asked not to have cell phones, but I asked to, I provided things to keep their hands busy.
Caffeinated do the song. I owe my soul to the Fix-It store.
I owe my soul to the company store. Yep.
Yeah. I somewhat disagree with you, Doc, with the idea of fidgeting to help with that. I would much prefer that we don't use the classroom nearly so much. I think the classroom is way overused for learning, and
That
way
too.
more learning should happen outside of the classroom.
That too.
I think it's a better solution.
It's the whole idea that everybody learns differently.
Yeah.
I learned very well online because I liked to read the material, because I could read and reread the material. Lectures just go by and you can't capture everything. If you take notes, you can't pay attention to the lecture. If you pay attention to the lecture, you don't take notes. You can't get back to things. So I never liked just sitting with a lecture or taking notes. So I never took notes, because I could mostly memorize what the teacher was saying.
Yeah. And Megalith is here. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Walker and Oscar also get it. Such a good song. We, it's been 10 years now. We got to see, our whole family got to see one of the final, what do we call it? Final performances of a, what's the group called? It's called Gas House Gang, and they were barbershop quartet, and that was one of the songs they sung, and they were incredible to watch. They were retiring just after like a couple more nights of shows. We got to see it live, and it was so much fun to watch. And it's a powerful song no matter what, but seeing it live was unforgettable.
I have the recording. 'Cause
Yeah.
I went outside and bought their CD.
Bought all of their CDs.
Yeah, 'cause I just enjoyed. Well, I bought all their CDs because they were disbanding.
Yeah.
Because they had a substitute for one of their members, because one of their members had passed away.
Yeah, I think it was their bass had gotten cancer.
So, you know, that's just difficult to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And so they disbanded and reformed under a different name, but they wanted to leave the Gas House Gang as the recordings with that person,
I like that.
to be able to honor him. I like Barbershop. Barbershop is so fun. And now they've made it Barbershop into comedy routines,
Yeah.
which is kind of strange.
Well, that's a lot of what Gas House Gang did so well. They were a full entertainment group. You know, when they were up there on the stage,
Yeah.
it was. I personally had never imagined that it would actually be entertaining. The only barbershops I'd ever seen were the, preppy guys in college
Uh-huh.
kind of style, and that was always just like, okay. Oh, what? No. Uh, uh, Gosh darn it. There's another subject brewing here in the comments I want to get to as soon as I can figure out how to use a keyboard.
Back to high school.
Okay. So the first question was, did you, by special means, did you manage to get out of education before the AI essay problem started?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Well, as a teacher, as an instructor, have you had that issue at all?
No. Now, not that I've recognized. I'll have to admit that it's hard to recognize AI, but we do have a plagiarism checker that has AI checks built into it, but I don't know how effective that is.
Okay. And then a follow-up from Josh. Hello, Josh. Nice to see ya. Do you think generative technology will save education? A high-quality educator for all?
I think that AI should be reserved for after you've learned the material, because I think AI can lie a lot. It's not lying intentionally, but it definitely is not. It's not accurate. I mean, there's a lot of disagreement where it gets its knowledge on what is the truth concerning particular subjects. Mamadoc uses AI frequently to just kind of cross-check information that she thinks she knows but wants to make sure, type of thing. And there are times when she'll question what the AI has given her, and the AI will say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right on that," that kind of thing, and basically backpedal. And I always thought that was kind of interesting that it would backpedal. So.
Belzorium asks, since I'm new here, who's that with you, Doc? Is he a relative or an employee?
He is really neither. He's more of a...
Neither?
Well, wait a minute. Okay. Relative, yes, but it's all relative, yeah, he's my oldest son, and my editor, and partner more than employee. Don't like using the term employee because, because he's not paid like an employee, definitely. We're building the channel, and hopefully he'll get paid someday. Right, Robert?
Yeah, that's the hope. Yeah, I started editing for Doc when he was, as an instructor. A lot during the pandemic, a lot of stuff was moving online. Actually, the move started before the pandemic, didn't it? To start doing some online courses?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think the thought was there.
I think the thought was there, yeah.
But, and so it just gave me a good excuse to go ahead and move everything online.
Yeah, and one of the requirements was they had to have lectures and stuff. And so we decided to post it all online and see how it would go. And so I've been editing for Doc for 3 years before we started the gaming channel. And that's how I became decent at editing, at least.
Yeah, and it's been a learning process for all of us.
Oh, man. My oldest videos were just so bad. I tried to do some rudimentary graphics and stuff, and I kept getting so angry because, like, I told the graphics to be here at this point and here at this point, and now it's flying off the screen. What's going on? And I remember one of the early videos, you're like, that graphic just keeps on drifting. I'm like, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. It won't stay still. It's just stuck that way. You're like, okay. Just let it pass.
Yeah, pretty funny. Ha ha.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a learning experience.
Was definitely all painful learning experience.
Hateful.
Well, it was, because I look back at our old videos and it's not just you, it's just not just the editing, it's just my delivery was awful too.
Yeah, and our camera was bad, and our lighting was always bad, and
yeah, we had to figure out how to afford the better lighting and everything. So
figure out what it took to have decent lighting.
you can sell slave labor. I mean, family labor.
Okay. Oh, man. Draco asked a little while ago, now the huge question would be, how many people know the situation behind the chorus of 16 tons?
I don't.
I know the general story of,
Of 16 tons, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I know a storyline behind it. Maybe you could...
From what I remember,
Enlighten
what I understand, and Draco can add in, basically you had corporations that would own the entire town, and it would be a mining town, and the only place you could buy anything was at the company store, and
Yeah,
the
'cause
only
you're
money
paid in
was
scrip.
Yeah, and you'd be given a script, so you wouldn't be given U.S. dollars that you spend somewhere else. You'd be given their currency that could only be spent at their store. But how much you earned every day and how much it costs to live every day, you'd never earned enough to live. But they'd be always willing to give out a debtor's note, and so you'd go every day, another day older and deeper in debt, right? And so it's just you couldn't afford to die because you were too much in debt. And of course that debt would also be held by your family, and yeah, horrible situations.
Yep. Thankfully, they changed a lot of that.
Yeah,
Don't necessarily like the way it was changed, but,
it's better. So yeah, Draco says, also back during the time they're singing about companies, paid workers and script only good at the company-run stores.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, actually, early days in the U.S., we had a lot of different currencies. A lot of states had their own currencies. A lot of other ones. It was a interesting idea, and there's actually no law against this any other currencies. Anytime a state wants to, they can create, or a company wants to, you can create your own script. and use it. It's not illegal here in the U.S. I mean,
Yeah, but, you know, at this point they're trying to make it illegal. They're trying to, stamp out Bitcoin as fast as they can.
no.
Federal Reserve keeps calling it a danger. Don't build it right in the middle of my conveyor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm get rid of that. Come on, Doc. You know you want some Fed coin. Well, I mean, what are airline miles if they're not already their own currency, right?
Yep, they are technically.
Or I should say, they're a token.
Right. They are a token, just like all the other.
Okay, Doc, we've had our weekly lesson on socialism. Can we have our weekly lesson on
Monetary policy.
monetary policy and cryptocurrency?
Right.
Doc actually teaches a course on blockchain technology, not cryptocurrency, but blockchain technology. So he has to kind of cover crypto a little bit as well, but from the business angle, business standpoint, not from the get-rich-quick scheme standpoint.
Although we wish I'd had about 100 coins back when it was only like $7. Boy, I'm gonna clip all of these poles you put in here.
Yeah, there's just not enough space there for everything, so...
So that makes it all right.
Did you just disable all of them?
Did I? No, I didn't disable anything. I'm just trying to. Nope, I didn't disable any of them. Just connecting them, connecting the dots, so to speak.
Okay. I think we have water to everything. Why they're not getting water, so there's not. Oh, well, hey, maybe if I connected the pipes.
Yeah, that always does help.
Sackle says, I have no idea how the laws are on company currencies here. Never heard of it in Norway. Well, that gets into the more detailed monetary policy questions of how do you define a currency versus a gift? What is a gift card, or what is a airline miles? Is that currency? Silly things like that, and then you get into securities and all sorts of other silly little things that the government gets their paws into to try to control.
So, okay, are these all functional once they get product?
Oh, Pika.
What?
Pika says, I almost bought 160 Bitcoin in 2011 for 50 cents a piece, but I decided to get TV for video gaming instead. One of the most expensive purchases of my life.
Yeah.
160 coins.
Like the pizza that was originally bought for Bitcoin.
Right.
We love that story.
Apparently, company currency was used as late as 2019 in Mexico by Walmart. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, we've got plastic coming out.
Let me give a defense of company currency for a second. You're in a country where it doesn't have a stable currency. Normally, you operate as somewhere like the U.S., where you have U.S. dollars, but you're in a third world country or something like that. Their currency isn't stable, which means you can't pay people in a stable fashion. You can't exchange goods in a stable fashion. Making your own currency is not such a bad thing in that circumstance.
Okay, I'm creating a drone. I just created a drone port, and we just need to get the product to the drone port.
Okay. Where do you want it? Oh, it's right there?
Well, actually, don't. No, don't do that.
I can move the...
How many drones do we need to move this product?
We have 25 times 20, 500 per minute in stacks of 200. So one drone will work just fine.
Yeah, the thing that I'm wondering is we've got drones. One drone will work fine. We've got a drone here that's bringing the coal. Okay, and as long as it empties each time, we could have it take back the plastic.
Yeah.
But I get the feeling that this drone isn't getting emptied each time.
No, it's not, and they're just hanging out quite often. So, no, I think we need to have its own unique port.
Okay, doggone. I was hoping otherwise. Okay, I just need to power this one up. Power.
Yeah, guys, remember, our governments are so much more trustworthy than corporations, because, no corporations could easily deflate the currency by 75% over the course of 3 years by injecting hundreds of trillions of dollars into the economy. And, sure, private corporations never do anything like that.
Of course not.
Yeah. So, or governments would never do anything like that, They never wage international lawfare in order to ensure that 90% of the world operates under a single currency, operating controlled by one government itself.
None of that ever happens, right?
Never.
Just, get it out of your mind.
Sorry, we're not doing politics today.
No, we're not doing politics today.
And Bolocrum is home from work, time to play fun work. And Belzorum just unlocked cloud storage in the save. Think he's a game changer. Yes. Hey Doc, you mind if I reroute your conveyor just a little bit, sync it up over here to the edge?
Which conveyor?
This one that's kind of crowding out your drone. I'm just going to shift it to the right by a little bit.
Okay. Well, wait a minute. You can get to those ports. It's over the ports.
Yes, it is. I just want to... Just pretty it up.
Just leave it. Just leave it. It's... I mean... yes, you can move it if you really want to. I mean, I made it high so that it would just go under it anyway, so... Yeah, you're having to go up and over those. Up and over that.
And that's the destination port?
I believe so. Yep. And interact with drone ports. Put in turbo fuel. We have one unused drone port over there, don't we? I don't know what it's named. I'm gonna have to hop in the.
What the other one is called?
Right.
Well, we call this CCNOF. Or no, the other ones are compacted coal NOF. So this would be plastic NOF. Plastic NOF. And call it plastic NOF 1B. And I'll go back there and I'll rename the other one to plastic 1A. NOF 1A. Okay.
All right, when you get that one, I'll go ahead and go ahead and put a drone on that one, and then tell me when that's all done, and I'll schedule it from here.
Okie doke. Oscar says, "Man, all this corporate and cash talk makes me feel like Doc would be good for EVE Online." You know, Doc, that would be an interesting game for you to play.
Really?
Well, the nice thing about EVE Online is, first off, it's spreadsheet heavy, okay? It's an intellectual game, is what I would say. But there's a lot to do that isn't fighting other people. Even though PvP is a big part of the game, you can play for thousands of hours and never touch PvP. But it's a massive economic simulator, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
Belzorium says, let's talk about something not too infuriating. Ubisoft's international policies.
Somebody says, do not do that to Doc.
Eve is terrible now? Really? Eve used to be so much fun. I hope it's... What happened to Eve?
Yeah, what happened to her?
Plastic NOF 1A.
Oh, and you can't avoid PvP and Eve anymore.
What do you mean you can't? Really? Well, I mean, it used to happen every once in a while, but...
Interesting. I just cleaned the Ubisoft building the other day for work.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Stackle think it's still good. Interesting.
Now, do you have... are you going to have a... Okay, you've got a merger coming from the other side to get plastic coming from the other side now. Good, good, good.
So...
Okay, have you got the other drone ports settled?
I do.
Okay.
Megalith is back. What do you miss? A lot of corporate and government trash talk. And building a plastic factory. Every single jump station has poachers. Didn't make a single jump that didn't cost me shit. Holy cow. You never could 100% avoid it. You could minimize risk. Yeah, that's what I was only a miner, and that's all I ever did. But I played for a couple months. It was a lot of fun.
All right.
Would have played a lot longer, but I only had 3 monitors, and I felt like I needed 6 for that game.
and you span it, or you needed 6 monitors so that you could keep track on spreadsheets all the other things going on.
Both, I guess.
Wow.
But man, it is a gorgeous game.
Okay. All right. We have it all put together. We're not using all of the. We're not using all the polymer very fast. I think we need to also have a sink.
Okay. Wait. Okay. First off, we have a backlog right now, and
You think that backlog is just because it's clearing the belts at this point?
possibly, we probably should have a sink.
So the far back one. Okay, these are not all full yet. Let's see what the back ones are missing. Polymer resin.
Okay. Oh, are all the manifolds not fully connected?
Let me make sure. Well, they're getting polymer resin. Back ones are getting it. They're just not getting it near fast enough. Yeah, the ones over here are, getting a scant amount. They're getting a regular amount, but they're getting not much.
Yeah, we can overflow it to a sink here. Did you already get rid of all the rest of the sinks?
I did.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. Yeah, because we can't have the power plant. This one, it took forever to get number 4 out of the 6 polymer resin that it needs. So, looks like maybe we need to take half the line and put it down the main part, half the line put it down the other with a smart spreader or something.
Yeah, or we could just not do that last join and just...
Because even at the end of the small line, it's barely getting enough. It's definitely not filling up with polymer resin yet. So maybe the overflow ought to be at the end rather than...
Doc, your door won't let me through.
What door?
Your door!
Which door?
Let me show you. I'm in your little metal box here.
Yeah? Why won't the door open?
I don't know. Doesn't matter what mode it's in, it won't let me throw.
Okay, destroy the wall. Rebuild the wall.
It's usually a connection issue. Yeah, look at that. I can't get through any pipes now. I guess I'll relog.
Okay.
I'm locked in a box.
You're locked in a box.
So Megalith says create multiple entry lines. Try to not distribute from a single line.
Yeah.
Like have a main line, but have mergers on the main line beside the splitters.
So we could put a splitter on this line and attach it to here with a merger, so that the end of this line is getting more from here. So I'm gonna do that and see if that helps. Okie dokie. Logistics here.
So Sackle says,
Merger here.
do you guys usually make one single item in a factory? If not, are there any tips on what items to produce together?
Okay, gotta read this. I think. Do you guys usually make one? No, we don't usually make one item in a factory. We've got one big mega factory. We have a couple smaller factories. If we usually don't transport raw product, we transport like iron ore, copper ore, and the basic ores. But the there we go. But the so we'll do it for more complex stuff. Yeah, conveyor belt is too steep. Okay, fine.
So Fizzwalker says, I showed a buddy my factory a while ago. His avatar's still there, in a little box of the window so I can look at him.
Okay.
So this is an issue I have every single week. Because as soon as Doc's done filming an episode, he gives me his save game. I fly there in the save game, and I could take some extra cool shots, you know, of different things, different angles, so you guys can see a little more. And the problem is Doc always logs out just right in the middle of the floor, and it kind of spoils the shot to have him sitting there. So the answer is, you dismantle the foundation underneath him, pull out the sword, and kill him. Put the foundation back. Works every time.
He is so cruel.
And I have to do it every day.
Okay.
I don't know why you call that. What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out life, you know. I want a merger here. I want to merge in that way and send it that way. It needs to be tall so that I can put a belt in this. Okay, what is going on? Still not tall enough.
Yeah, you gotta build that way up.
Okay, then I am going to.
See, this is the end result of us not planning stuff. Every time.
We planned to build this factory, but we didn't plan how we were going to build this factory.
Right. We just didn't plan the factory.
I don't want 3. I think I want only 2. And then I want to put the...
Sackle says, I'm looking at setting up a supercomputer and radio control unit factory. I'm a little overwhelmed by the options.
Okay, I can understand that. So, looking at setting up a supercomputer and a radio control factory. We just set up a supercomputer, one in the live stream last night. So, if you want to see one set up, go look at last night's live stream.
Yep. Although we did it in a mega style, which means that we just integrated it with the rest of the factory,
Yeah.
where all the rest of the products have already been created. That's one of the nicest things about building in a mega faction.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, especially when you said you had a concept of a plan.
Yeah.
Yes, that's about right. We had a concept of a plan.
He's being nice.
There you go.
Okay. And now it's gonna catch. If it buggers up there, it's gonna overflow. Okay, so this side is gonna get plenty.
Yep.
Now the question is, how do we could do the same across here?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need to. I think there's enough backed up over here that we could probably let this go for quite a while before we have any issues.
It's just we're not backed up when it comes down to the end here. We're still not getting enough.
Yeah, but we're backed up on the input lanes, and it's gonna take a while to fill up.
Okay.
So, in fact, I'm gonna cheat a little bit by grabbing some out of these factories. So Balzorum says, I'm planning not to make a mega factory, but rather make multiple small factories that are communicating with each other via truck and train. Yeah, I think, Doc, I really think we should do a modular setup in our next playthrough.
Okay.
I think that could be fun. A 100-person, purpose-built small factories. Pika says, I just have a conveyor highway, like 60 conveyors wide. Oof.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Trains are the best, according to Megalith, and I think I agree. If you want to just talk pure efficiency, they're the best. Belzorm says, I'm a programmer, so I'm used to making smaller pieces and assembling them together.
All right, we're getting better throughput now.
Good. Did I do my math wrong or something? Because we're struggling to get enough resin, and some factories are starting to shut down.
Yes. We are. That's what I'm fighting here, and it's just basically I'm building a kind of a crude-looking balancer. So it's taking the extra from this one here and merging it into the line to go back there. And then I'm taking the extra that's coming this direction and the surplus coming from that direction and merging it back into that line to go into this front manifold.
Yeah. So Belzorium says, I might want to make a mod, if it doesn't exist, adding obstacle avoidance to trucks, because this is what they're missing as of now. Yeah. There's some sort of bug or lack in their code, because vehicles don't properly anticipate and know when an obstacle has been removed. So you'll constantly be hitting phantom rocks and trees and stuff like that. So you have, like, we have one spot in our road where every single vehicle that flies by runs into it, even though it's been gone since before we built the road. So, Doc, our current conveyor can transport 780 resources per minute, and we're trying to transport 1,500 per minute. So, that's the problem. That's part of the problem here. This conveyor coming from the 3 that are out there is overfilled no matter what. Or from those 2 over there.
Okay.
Is overflowed no matter what.
So by the time it gets here, it's overflowed, but it's still not being able to take it all from here. So yes, this one is overflowed here. Okay, how much does each one produce? I didn't realize we were producing this much polymer resin.
Yeah.
But I've got this pretty well balanced now. Let's see. Yes, we just need to sink the excess.
Yeah.
Let me see what's holding this one up. Yeah, it's still not getting enough polymer resin to the end line.
Well, I just changed one of your splitters right over here.
Which one?
Look right. Yeah, that one.
This one?
I turned this into a smart splitter that sends everything left first, overflow straight.
Okay.
So
good.
this guy will get overloaded, and that'll unload this better. So this line no longer backs up.
And I put this smart splitter to the same.
Okay.
It's only overflow going in the center between them.
Yeah, that's still combining 3.
Yeah, that's still combining 3. So it's going to get a full conveyor load and eventually back up as well. And so
Delzorium says you need better conveyors. Easy fix.
yes, easy fix. Okay, this one finally is to the point where it's sending partials.
Okay.
Our solution might be coming.
Partially, but each platform, each of these 5 platforms creates 300.
Okay, so
9
9
platforms overloads.
No, 2 platforms create 600.
Oh, you're right. No,
Okay.
580. Right?
No, 780.
780. Oh, okay.
So 2
Good.
platforms is fine. 3 platforms is too much.
Okay, so which means that this guy right here will be too much. Which means the center line should be feeding into this center manifold right here and overflowing over there to the left.
And then disconnect this one out. Okay, just go straight into this one.
You'll have the merger right next to it.
Okay.
No?
Okay. You want to put it straight there? Oh man, that's close. So you're gonna
We're just adding.
we're adding complexity. That's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, nah. This could be much cleaner, but whatever. This is stuff I don't like putting on camera, you know? I'm supposed to hide this ugliness.
So it's all going left and overflow going
And
straight.
yeah, the overflowing straight, so that this line over here is almost always good. So
Okay, this one's starting to show breaks in the line. That's good.
good. Draco says, have to go to the grocery store for a few things to get lunch. Take care.
All right, thanks, bunch.
Yeah, and Caffeinated just got back. We were just doing a little bit of ad hoc load balancing for our plastic factory, getting everything up and running. So
Yeah, I think we've got it. The only one we're not seeing get completely emptied yet is these two over here. Although it's running full tilt, and these two ought to be able to.
when we look at the first refinery, it's empty. Second refinery is empty. The third one is slowly emptying.
Okay.
And I think you're looking at the fourth one right now.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
And it's idle. It's idle because it's not getting enough fuel, oddly enough.
No. Because polymer resin's full.
Okay.
Yeah, the fuel's the output for this.
Sorry. Looking at the wrong side.
Yeah. Yeah, the resin's full, so that's idle, and as soon as number 3 is empty, it still have the 150 left. You can just take the resin out of those, and dump them directly in a couple of these machines back here.
Couple of machines farther forward.
Yeah. No, dump them into the refineries over here that are making the plastic. Go to the end of these manifolds.
Got it.
There's usually a little room. Belzorium says, why doing it all over again when you could add more spaghetti? More spaghetti.
I like spaghetti. Now, I think I'd better kind of spread the wealth a little bit so I don't bugger everything up.
Okay. Why are you not ready? Why are you low on fuel? That is not allowed. Do the last one in a row.
Hey, I think we've been effective. Aha. I'm checking a lot of these and they're right up to 200 and gaining it right back immediately.
Okay. Okay, and Belzorium's heading to lunch. Have a good one, guys, he says.
All right. Thanks for joining.
Have a good one.
I think we've got it. Those are backing up. These aren't backing up exactly on this side yet.
Okay.
Right.
Good. Yeah, we actually have most of these places being fully backed up.
Yep.
Now, I think I made a mistake.
Okay.
I connected this to one of your drone ports at the train station.
Right.
Well, where's plastic supposed to go from there?
We're going to have to build a second train station just beyond
Take it to the truck station.
and take it to the truck station, yes.
That's right. I forgot where you do that. Well, that's enough productivity for today. We need to go back to the Fixmas stuff now.
Now, I am sure that what's her name? Ada would not be happy with us if we didn't.
You know what? It is just a Grinch.
Shit. That's what all employees think of their bosses, right?
Ada's not our boss. Come on.
Not.
Does she sign your paycheck?
I don't know. Does she?
Bob says, I almost have my aluminum ingots automated. Awesome.
It is awesome.
Bob says, I got so mad at Ada, I turned up the speech for her.
Turned off her speech.
Yeah, I once did that with one of my bosses.
I remember that day.
Yeah, Vulcan says, I bet Ada's green too. Mm-hmm.
What am I doing? No, I don't want that there.
You building a sink?
Yeah, I'm building a sink in the middle of it, just putting a smart splitter at the end of each of those lines so that if a line gets totally full, it just comes to the sink and keeps everything else running.
Yeah. Zackle says, yeah, it is half the fun of the game. Ada wasn't nearly so snarky before 1.0, right?
No, not at
It
all.
was just helpful before.
She was just helpful before. Yeah, the snarkiness came with 1.0, definitely.
Polycrum says, Robert, you better add my blue city to the showcase this time before I ruin the landscape with a giant nuclear reactor. Okay? So I tell you what, in the showcase... Oh, shoot! Showcase! I haven't built this... Duck, I'm in trouble. I'm logging off. I'll be back.
Oh, man.
Thank you for the reminder.
Panic, 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 panic.
I would have been in a lot of trouble. Yeah, usually that's a Monday afternoon thing, Tuesday morning thing, but we were streaming yesterday. Everybody, I haven't advertising because I've been thinking about it. If you are not a part of the Discord, one of the coolest things we have on our Discord, and let me tell you about a link in chat. I am falling apart. One of the coolest things about our Discord is that we have a showcase where people put really cool builds and fun stuff on. And every week at the end of our Tuesday stream, so here in about a half an hour, Doc is going to take a look at some of the best things that have been posted on our Discord there in the showcase. And it's a whole lot of fun to be able to see what everybody's built. Whether it's a super advanced build, or it's the first time you've automated something, or it's you just getting started, we'd love to see all of it. So please join our Discord if you haven't, and come hang out and take a look at the showcase. And here in a bit, Doc will watch and react to all of it live, because this is the first time seeing a lot of it. Because Doc does not look at the showcase on purpose. Oh boy, we've had a lot of new builds.
Oh, cool.
Nice. And Andrew has resubscribed as a member.
Fantastic.
Because the Discord is great. Definitely join.
Slowly getting it. Back.
And Dumb Monkey has showed up. Dumb Monkey says, "What's up, Doc?"
We still haven't got that sound, so we can do it whenever.
That's another thing that's been on my list forever. Setting up a soundboard. And it looks like Volcom says, "We aren't a cult, we're just culture."
Interesting. Root word is the same for both of those. So we are getting some overflow at the end of the lines. But now we can at least see which lines are getting overflowed. Okay, what's happening at the front of the line? This one's not getting any new ones.
Oh, have you turned those into smart splitters all the way around?
The ends into smart splitters, yes.
Oh, interesting.
But this line over here is not getting enough.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, the third one in line gets filled. The fourth one in line, yes, is getting filled. Fifth one in line is at 78, 81. Okay, maybe it was just a temporary fluctuation. Okay, maybe it was just a temporary fluctuation.
Good. Okay, Fulcrum. I think I found the right one that you posted. He says it's your newest Project City area.
Okay.
Sure this is. Let's go to him. I think the next thing we gotta have you do, Doc, is go do some unlocks.
Okay. All right. Well, we are still... Okay. Obviously, the drone part is not full, but we're going to have to provide a way for the drone part to empty, or we'll end up with problems again. Okay. I think we've accomplished what we needed to here.
Oh, okay.
Why are those guys hovering?
It's just full.
Yep, it is full.
It's just full. Yeah.
Which means we're delivering more compacted coal than what we need. Okay. And more is better than not enough. Definitely. So, nice thing about drones is when they're hovering like that, they're not they technically don't use fuel. Of course, they have to use fuel, but they're not.
Yeah.
So, and we got all green arrows there. So, I'm not quite sure what's backing it up. And so we go look at the drone port again. This drone has a few places to unload, but not very much. So one drone port with 2 drones on it, one drone port either end with 2 drones on it, is more than enough.
Cool.
All right, this drone port, that's getting full. All right, I'm going back to the main line there so that I can see if I can dispense with some plastic, send it home. All right, where do we want to go? I want to go back. I don't want power plant 5. Whoops. Come on, I don't want power plant 5. That's right. I want to go to the far end here and go to the train station. There we go. All right. Still grab my girlfriend from the station. The one with 4 pictures, he says, Volker says.
Yep, I will,
Just want to put out those belts underneath. Put all of those belts underneath the foundation. Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what? One of the
I hate context-dependent right clicks. I hate it, hate it, hate it.
Context-dependent right clicks.
Yes, context-dependent menus. It's if you want to right-click on a word inside of any sort of Microsoft Word thing that is not known to the dictionary, it decides it's going to give you a context-dependent menu, so it's only going to tell you what you can change the word to, instead of allowing you to the full menu. And it happens every single time because I'm dealing with people's usernames which are not in the dictionary, and so it's constantly saying, oh no, you don't want to replace this name, you want to change the name. It's like, no, just give me the menu. Stop, just give me the menu.
What menu do you want?
I need to be able to paste text without keep with text only with no formatting, and so that's done on the right click menu. Anyway, sorry. Microsoft is sometimes incredibly frustrating.
Now, what Robert told you about getting a character out of the shot?
Yes, that's where I logged out, right there. Doc, I'm gonna log back in a few minutes. You don't have to do this.
Yeah, that ought to be good enough. There he lies. Dead as a doornail. I don't get to do that very often because you've got to be quick to do it before they move. So, thank you. I had fun doing that.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right, I want transport here, and I want a train station, and I want to put it pointing that way, and...
Quantum Tax says, I started playing Satisfactory 3 days ago, and I already have 40 hours on it. Do I have a problem?
No. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all.
Oblivion Freak says, Doc woke up and chose violence today.
Is that what that's called?
At least you guys were here to witness what kind of man he truly is.
Somebody left a crate here with a ton of stuff.
That's me. That's me. That's my stuff you just blew up. When I log back in.
Should I just take it all? Why don't you have not losing all your stuff?
I do.
And why did it end up in a crate?
Because I'm offline.
Oh, okay.
The save file has me in that location with that stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So it's not all is gone. Okay, a locomotive.
Matthew says, Robert sounds like a command line guy over a UI guy. Not quite, but if somebody gave me the option to go back to Windows 95 UI, I would.
Okay, so as a quick reminder how to set up a two-way train, you set up a two-way train with the train station on this end pointing away from where the train goes, okay? Then you put a locomotive on the one end and a locomotive on the other end, okay? And when you then power it up, which I'm going to do here shortly, as soon as I find where my power pole is. Yep, there's my power pole. It will it'll be active and ready for me to start loading, which I need to do. It's going to become critical here shortly. So I need to go ahead and power this up. Okay, I'll power that up, and I've got to quickly get the train line going. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get we don't have turbo fuel going to this port, Robert, and that's a problem. That's the incoming. Okay, that's the outgoing. Where is plastic? There is plastic, and it's going to this container. That's a good thing. I just need to conveyor that to that port and that port. Oh, actually, this port and that port. Okay, so I wonder. I put that and go into there. Lots of clipping. I'm going to do something different. Oh, and it's full. Okay. Output to input. This one, and then I need to go from that one. Okay. Tell me that that is too steep. Of course. Of course, of course.
So Matthew asks, when you're dealing with your two-way train station,
Uh-huh.
what if you want to have another station halfway between the two opposite-facing stations?
Oh, you just put it in. Whichever way you want it to be picked up. Like we have our basic coal line. I'll show that to you here shortly. Our coal line has a station at the end, and then whatever direction you point the train station, it will then pick up going that direction, and then it will bypass it coming the other direction. So whichever way you want it delivered, you just point the train station the direction you want it delivered and unloaded. Hope that is clear enough. It's better here.
And Dennis Brower says, "Hey, I always watch your YouTube shorts. I wanted to say that you're awesome. You explain stuff so good. Keep it going, mate."
Okay. Well, I appreciate that feedback.
And Matthew says, "That makes sense. Danke."
Banka is thank you.
Yeah.
That's working a little bit. Let's try putting a conveyor on that. And still too steep. Interesting. Well, I could have made it less steep. Could I? Straight into that. The question is, can I put a splitter on it? That would be interesting. Hot dog. Okay. That's a weird kind of spaghetti, but it filled. Okay, it's gonna load there. The question is why? Starting to load. Things should start coming out of here soon.
Matthew asks, when did the channel get the biggest jump of subscribers?
Release 1.0.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, release 1.0 was the trigger for the growth. During 1.0, we were getting as many as 200 subscribers a day.
Actually, way more than that.
Oh, we had one day where we had 2,000 subscribers, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's softened now, of course, because we're just, we're just humming along at kind of a normal pace, but we're still getting about 100, between 100 and 200 per day. So
yeah.
So still good growth, fantastic growth, actually. Okay, we are full for our train station. So now, okay, so why is it stopped there and not filling? If we don't have a destination, it won't fill them up until we have a destination for these. Okay, because we're powered up. Timmersdale, huh? Let's do configure here. It says we have no problem. That's interesting. Oh, that's why. Okay, fine. Loopers happen.
Yep.
Power 2. It should say powered up. Yep, it's powered up. Now these things are moving again. Okay.
Interesting. So you're just gonna have the two trains just kind of butt up end to end, but transfer resources from between them as needed.
Yep. So, Robert, I did some kind of funny business here. Again, I stacked 3 commercial containers up here. Should be plenty of buffer for what if these train stations get full in between.
Okay.
And if we find that they're getting full, we'll add another freight train to it.
Yeah.
I'm really nervous about backing anything up at our power stations, and all of a sudden we've got a cascading power problem. Yeah, so now, Velicrum, like you said, now it's pretty steady growth. So we're celebrating 70 today. It'll take us about 2 months to get to 70 again. When during the 1.0 release, we were celebrating the next 10,000 about every week for a while, then every 2 weeks, and now it's kind of every 2 months. So, but it's cool. People are finding us, and that's what's really gratifying about this whole thing is they like what we're producing, and they're finding us. So it's exciting at the same time. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna start putting a train together.
And we were checking, views and stuff over the last since the release, and our views on our shorts have gone down by like 90%. But on Doc's long-form videos, they're the same. So while a lot of people have been brought in and have seen the shorts and really enjoy the shorts and find them useful, you know, the people who translate into views, watching live streams, watching videos, that's actually gradually going up with every video. So, yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that too. So, all right, I'm going to be picking a course through here and putting pillars and posts up.
Okay. And I guess I'm just going to interrupt you as soon as I'm ready with this, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll switch over and do the showcase.
Well, today is going to be the longest showcase ever.
Oh, good, because I have always been disappointed by getting to the end too soon.
Well,
just when I was enjoying it.
we have 2 people who posted some massive builds with multiple pictures that I can't just show one.
Okay,
So-
fantastic. Fantastic. So let's get it on. I really need to. We really need to be blueprinting some of these pillars down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice, the flat one that Garrett created, but it would be really, really nice if we had like about 3 stacked with the pillar already on top, with the big pillar support already on top.
Yeah.
So we can figure out how high we want it, and then know that the last 3 plus the top is.
Well, you want to put down a blueprinter and just do that real quick?
Oh, let's see if I can.
Yeah. And Andrew says, yeah, I went from shorts to long form, prefer long form for sure. And Matthew Fablina says, I think the water tower short hosting.
Well, and that's the thing, is the shorts help you find quick little techniques. And you can digest it in 60 seconds, and then come back to the long forms and see how we're using them.
Yep.
Okay, so I want to put here a big concrete pillar. Just put it, let's say right here in the middle, kind of in the middle, and put a second, and a third, and then a pillar support. By the way, where's Garrett today? He can't be overworked with.
That's a great question. I don't know. I'm going to call him later today and interrogate him, see what's going on with him.
Yeah,
See how he's doing.
I like the idea of interrogating him. You got your homework done? Okay. You got all your the rest of your work with the channel done?
Got your house packed so you can move in a week.
Is it only a week?
It was going to be the 16th, right?
No. The weekend of the 18th, 19th. Anyway.
18th, 19th is middle of the week. 16th is a Monday.
Okay. It's the week before Christmas. So it's the
So you are doing midweek?
Friday, Sunday.
That's
Friday,
right. His
Sunday.
classes are done on 18.
Right. Okay.
Oh, okay. So he has a little bit more than a week.
Okay. I just can't get that one unless I can change. Okay. Let's go. All right.
Matthew
I'm
says,
so obsessed with those things.
Matthew says, the negative side of blueprinting those is I don't believe the blueprint snaps to the world grid, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, you have to snap a foundation, put it on a foundation.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Andrew said. You can snap blueprints to other things, you start with the foundation of the world grid, go from there. Man.
And it works without powering it up too, huh?
What does?
The blueprinter.
Maybe? Cool.
I'm going to call it the train pillar. Okay?
Train pillar?
Yeah.
Okay.
And save blueprint. Blueprint save. Cool. And clear blueprinter. Okay. And take all. Very good. Okay, and I can now destroy the blueprinter. And I could just go this blueprint and train pillar. Way cool. And it's non-directional, really.
Yep.
And I made it one taller than the that I made there, but that's okay. Okay.
Dackle says, did they nerf the jetpack with regular fuel? It's so slow now. I don't remember.
Nerf it?
Don't think so.
Oh, this is fun. Kind of choosing my path along the way. I go around the lake. Decide to go around the lake and look at things pretty. I like train rides. I really, really like train rides in Satisfactory. They're horribly expensive to ride trains. When you think about the amount of time it takes. Well, I wonder if I could hit that, if I could get that far. If I can't, I could still...
They want you to get to ionized fuel. I looked at the chart and I was under the impression ionized wasn't really worth it. Maybe I have to look at the charts again. From what I remember, wasn't ionized give you the most vertical lift, but not a lot of sustain? Okay. Unfortunately, I'm just going to have to cut it off there. Our showcase is twice as long as the usual.
Okay.
So.
I think I can get through it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Pika Warps is back and full of chicken.
Oh, chicken. What am I to think about that?
That Pika Warps had a good lunch or dinner.
Okay.
Yeah, and Andrew says Ina is not worth it at all. Not worth the extra complexity.
Huh. Ionized fuel is not worth it. Okay.
And rocket fuel is terrible for anything but.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the showcase then. Is it ready?
It is ready.
All
Yeah,
right.
maybe rocket fuel is what I was thinking of. That's really good for vertical.
So I'm going to go to our shared drive. Go to the
Files.
work files. Okay. And the showcase. And we've got 1210 showcase here.
Oh. Got to bring it to the right monitor.
Well, where is it? Where did it go? Which way did it go? There it is. There we got it. Now, that up there, change the display settings so it puts the presenter view over there. All right, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Okay, sit back and relax and watch fun.
Yes, we
Okay.
do not. Oh, we're
So,
swapping over our full home server here shortly.
okay, so we have one of the cargo ships going up.
That's just that's a blank page I forgot to delete.
That's
So
a blank page.
that's the background image.
That-
Sorry.
okay. Now here, somebody likes the swirlies. That's train tracks. Oh my, that's train tracks going up a tree. I'm never going to stop screwing around. Okay, that's fun. That is just fun. You know, you saw me have a bunch of fun. So is one track up and the other track down or something? I'm wondering that. Interesting. Very good.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Okay, this looks like somebody's dimensional depot for a mall. This is
Actually,
wonderful use of colors.
your
Okay.
scale's a little bit off, I think.
Portal room.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, so my. I can get when you get to this level. I guess you can get rid of your tubes everywhere. Aussie cobble pots. Okay, portal room. This goes to his Fixmas, his sand facility, his power facility, motors. What makes me scared is you've got to have a lot of power or something else set up in order to keep those portals maintained. Because if you don't keep them up, I guess it's a hard thing to get set up. So I love your use of color. That's what I like so much about the game is there's so much vibrancy in the color. So, okay, Doc Malevolo, Picawarps, Cookie Shan. Bro is a hog, huh? Krieg is an unusual creature, or whatever. Okay, finally, got her statue collection named in honor of frequent friends of the stream. And Second Son comes running around once in a while. That's cool. That is way cool. So there's statues for running person too.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Nope, I haven't. And the thing is, what is Doc? Is Doc a respectable statue or? I can't quite tell. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro says, I'm a hog.
Yeah, I'm a hog. You know? And so very Christmassy, putting together his Christmas colors and the factory there making packages. Fully automated Costco Fixmas section. Ready for the holidays. Well, that's way cool. Okay, next one. A glass factory. Okay, here I am here with my first showcase post ever. I joined Discord, became a member with Doc around 2 weeks ago when I started working on fixing my power in my second 1.0 save. This time I decided to go with a 225 gigawatt rocket fuel factory. So where we've done the packaged turbo fuel, he's gone with rocket fuel. Okay, are you making rocket fuel or are you using rocket fuel to make better?
I think he's using it to make the 225 gigawatts.
Okay.
So he's one stage past us in this.
Yes, and look at this too. What he's got in here.
Yeah.
Skills for.
Uh-huh.
Fuel power augmenters. That's way cool. So black gold power. Call my black gold power. In other words, it's oil fuel plant with.
So these next several slides are from a custom slide deck he posted with 20 slides in it. And so I picked out a couple of them that were pretty neat.
Okay. All right. This is Andrew. Okay. Black gold power tower. Okay. I love the use of color on the undersides here, all the platforms. That is just way cool. Okay. And this is what we saw in the last one. But here's a kind of a bottoms up view. Night shots. Wow. Here's your power. These must be power stations that are a little bit higher level than ours, or is that?
Well, those are just fuel burning power.
Okay.
Yeah. They just look odd because he's put it all under golden light.
Okay. I decided to go fairly simple on the seal and ice, keep the mood with more gold. Yeah.
But he's fueling those with rocket fuel instead of turbo fuel, so they're putting out a lot more power than what they are for us. Or they're consuming less fuel per unit.
And look at this background he's made here with the cargo ship going up. That's quite creative with the background on his oh dear, a spreadsheet. Okay. Wow. Master of spreadsheets. I have to admit, I never became a master of spreadsheets because I was a master of database. And I could do a lot more with a database than I ever could with a spreadsheet. And I databased a lot of spaghetti networked spreadsheets. So it was, I know you've got a drop down list by these. And a lot of hidden, K is hidden here. So that I is hidden here. So you can have some calculations in between that are hidden. So I see that. That's cool.
Andrew says that spreadsheet is for what the power tower fuels.
Okay.
Wow.
All the things that the power tower makes for people. Okay. Wow. Okay. Holochrome. Okay, good shot of newest area producing loads of stuff. Okay, a lot of different things. Major outcomes are 48 high-speed connectors, 18.75 crystal oscillators, 36 cooling units, and 22.5 radio control units. I'm not breathing enough instead of talking. I'm not breathing enough. Those more singing exercises. And here's another view of that same factory. And it's in that biome that has these huge trees that you can't destroy or cut down or anything. So they become fixtures like mountains.
Yeah.
That's cool. And what's this tower over here? Wonder what that is doing.
Let me hide you for just a sec. Can you point it out again?
This up here. What is that?
Interesting.
Okay. Need a picture of what this is doing sometime, Bellicrum. So, okay. Oh man, that makes everything look even better. Makes it look like these high-rise glass buildings. I just love the architecture. About producing loads of stuff, major outcomes. Okay, same text down here,
Yeah.
but it's this because it's
Yeah, like the way Volcrum builds makes each one of these look like a massive skyscraper.
Mhm.
But I'm pretty sure that building that's in front of us to the right is not very wide. Like you look at the scale compared to the lights,
Yeah.
it's not very wide at all. But it looks massive as all of these buildings have this impressive stance, which is so cool.
Very cool. All right, we've got colored pipes. Okay, and a tower. Okay. Pressurizes line. By the way, if you haven't seen the video on creating water towers can work for any type of liquid, and it pressurizes your line. So all you have to do is pressurize it going up, and as long as the top is higher than any place you're using it, it'll keep the line pressurized and keep it flowing, which is good, which is real cool. That is, it just looks so lovely. And Cookie Shan, Doggo watching the construction. I got Doggo in the front, looking at how she's building. And what have we got here? It doesn't say exactly what is got here. And we didn't see Cookie Shan online today.
But Cookie got a chance to play over the weekend, so definitely want to include what she was able to build.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Mr. J-Roll, 98. 12,000 aluminum factory taking form. Only need to build the refineries for the petroleum coke and connect everything to the train station above. Okay. That is really awesome. And then the train station, you see the train tracks going in front. All right. And Haha Storage. Is Haha the name, Robert?
Yes.
Okay.
Their name is Haha, and then storage is the only text they gave for it. So.
Okay. All right. And it's right next to the elevator, space elevator there.
Yep.
And containers over here, containers over there.
Mm-hmm.
And the mall fronts look like they're the mall fronts in front there. Okay, the mall is taking shape. Okay, PV 106, insane line factory using a bunch of docks tips. Okay, way cool. And 222. Okay. Yes, a whole lineup of factories. And battery storage over here. Good. And kind of an interesting looking factory over here. That's pretty cool. Wow, that is way cool. And it's taking shape. Whoops, what did I do?
That was the end.
Is that the end? No.
Oh, no, it wasn't. I apologize.
Aussie Cobblepot. Another view of his circular factory is beginning to look a lot like Fixmas. Yep, his big tree in the center and a bunch of, I assume, production going on around the thing. Or is that all decoration?
There is liquid in those pipes, so I don't know.
Okay. Oh, bye. MK6 belts for the miners, enough trains for the throughput. This thing produces 12,000 aluminum ingots per minute. Pretty much all of the available bauxite. Yeah. After a while, you do have a limiter into how many mines they've given us to actually extract from. So we'll get there, I suppose. But man, wow, that is just a lot of effort and work. Now it's the end, Robert.
Oh, okay. I forgot about those last couple.
Okay. So we should start having people vote on their favorite. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know that I could ever pick a favorite.
Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this week's was a really good showcase. And as a reminder to everybody, I will paste it in chat once again. Please join our Discord and post what you've built and take a look at other people. We also have a couple of places for where if you're having troubles with your build, need to get it fixed, need some help, and there is a special forum for there. It's people there every day looking for help and getting help. It's really neat to see, everybody progressing and having fun with the game.
And having live streams.
Yeah.
They're on Discord. So
there's the link.
Join and having fun. Okay.
And also, so even if this stream is wrapping up in the next few minutes, we are going to be streaming again Thursday morning from 8 a.m. till noon. That's Central U.S. time.
For members.
Yeah. So anybody who becomes a member of the YouTube channel, it's $3 a month. That's when we record our episodes. And you get to come and watch us build for YouTube.
And I've promised to go ahead and upgrade the server to the other server so that we can get back up and running. And we'll have to have everybody reconnect. And that'll be a bunch of file transfers and stuff. So there's going to be some technical things to do between now and then to get that server all working. So I'll have to spend some time doing that. So at this point, I'm just going to extend the train and get the plastic back out of here. It looks like we've got some drones hovering there, and I love the look of the drones. Maybe that's because I worked for an airplane company for 25 years. That's just way cool. So I think we've got everything pretty much done for today.
Yeah.
Except for extending this train, which I might do offline and then show everybody. But look forward to seeing y'all, all of you that have joined, become members. I see a lot of green on the screen here, a lot of
Yeah.
members. That's just way cool. Hopefully, see you at about the same time, same place on Thursday, and then we'll put out another video on next Monday. We're in the process of working on that. Robert is, and a couple more shorts between now and then. So look forward to seeing y'all again. We'll everybody have a good Christmas season. That's best time of the year. So we'll look forward to seeing you later. Thanks, everyone.